Brothers of Wrestling podcast. Just book it.
Welcome back to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast with your host Logan
Hayden.
and today we bring you another episode of Just Book It.
Oh, yeah.
Today we will book the month of March, right?
March.
Yes. I was thinking February because I just added that. The month
March.
of March. We have all 4 weeks of TV plus the March pay-per-views. So sit back, relax, and let's kick it off with week number 9 of Monday Night Raw.
You could almost say we're marching
No, jeez.
to WrestleMania. You see what I did?
I
there?
see.
You like that?
No.
Okay, so we're starting off Raw, Week 9, hot and heavy.
Oh, okay.
We've got a opening match, a number one contender triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
We've got Drew McIntyre taking on The Miz with JD and taking on Rey Mysterio. So we get a good early start. Miz is taking out Rey. He's trying to get Drew to help him. They double team Rey a lot at the beginning of the match.
Jerks.
A lot of the standard double team heels on the face.
Although Ray's a deadbeat, so.
Well, it is what it is. So start taking him out. Then Miz thinks that Drew's on the side. He turns around, gets the kiss,
Ooh, nice.
knocked out. Drew pretty much dominates the match. Rey comes back, knocks him in the ropes. He has them both on the ropes for the 619, but Drew dodges, hits the Miz. Miz goes down. Rey gets up to hit the, well, he doesn't do the West Coast pop.
No, he's too old for that.
The seated. And misses it on Drew, and then Drew hits the Claymore on Rey. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Drew McIntyre is your new number one contender for the Intercontinental
unbelievable,
Championship.
this guy. He wheezes.
Just then, Finn Balor comes
Ooh.
out on stage, holds up the title, and stares down Drew.
Oh, I like it.
And Drew's making the waist motions for the title belt. As we cut to commercial. Then when we get back, Charlotte Flair, the women's champ, comes out. She says that after watching the 30 women Royal Rumbles that she has no competitors and that no one deserves a challenger at WrestleMania. She says that she is the all-time greatest woman wrestler alive and will never lose her title, which then out comes the man, Becky
Makes
Lynch,
sense.
and they get into a huge brawl, or security has to come break them up. And Becky's telling her that she's going to take her out, and Charlotte's just laughing at her. So then we move on to a tag match. We got Braun Breaker teaming up with Logan Paul to take on Sami Zayn and Damian Priest. So a good little back and forth match. Breaker's trying to destroy Sami Zayn because he just hates his guts. And so we get some back and forth, some suplex. Logan Paul gets in there. Damian Priest kind of breaks up the tension. He kind of starts dominating. We get a good back and forth there. Sammy gets the hot tag. He's clearing house. All of a sudden, Bronson Reed, he's going for the kick in the corner. Bronson Reed slides in, lays him out.
Unbelievable, this guy.
Taking out Sammy. There's a DQ. Bronson hits the tsunami on Zayn. Priest is trying to get in there. All the guys are Breaker, Paul, and Reed are taking out Priest. Then we get Sheamus's music hits. As Sheamus makes his way out, he starts taking guys out. He knocks them all out of the ring. He saves Priest and Zayn. Bischoff comes out, and he's yelling at everybody. And he's saying that we're going to settle this later tonight in the main event. It's going to be a 6-man tag. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul versus Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, and Sheamus.
Okay. Wrestling 2 matches.
So then we get the, so they're spreading it out. So now we get the Lucha Brothers. They're coming out to celebrate.
Yeah, big tag win.
They're a big title win. 2 out of 3 falls against the New Day. And they're saying that they're going to hold on to the titles. But they said that they're willing to give the New Day their rematch. So New Day come out and say that it's going to be next week. And it's going to be decided in a match that is going to be on the spin of the wheel.
Ooh.
So we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
Then we got a match between Tiffany Stratton, the U.S. champ, and Jordan Grace, who had just debuted at the Rumble. Good back and forth match the whole time, but Tiffany ends up hitting her with the title belt to get the
Oh,
DQ. Jordan Grace gets the win. Tiffany gets out of there. Then we get Eric Bischoff in his office. He announces that there is going to be a women's tournament to decide who the number one contender is going to be at WrestleMania.
ooh, okay.
So that's going to happen over the next 3 weeks of Raw. He then says that the main event tonight is going to be that 6-man tag, but then that we will hear from John Cena later
Ooh,
on
okay.
after the main event. And then he announces that next week's Raw will be a special edition of Raw. It will be a Raw roulette.
Raw roulette.
So every match, all the stipulations of the matches next week will be decided by a spin of the wheel. And we will see all the craziness that will unfold.
Oh man, anything can happen on Raw roulette.
Oh, it will be insane. So then we get the 6-man tag. We got Breaker, Reed, and Paul. Some call them the Vision. They are not the Vision. Versus Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, and Sheamus. It pretty much starts as an all-out brawl the whole time. Zayn's taking out Breaker. Sheamus is taking out Bronson. Logan Paul and Damian Priest are battling outside. Back and forth. It turns into the end of the match turns into a finisher fest, where we get Zayn going for the kick in the corner on Reed, but Breaker hits a spear. Priest takes Breaker out. Reed takes Priest out. Sheamus hits the bro kick on Bronson Reed. Logan Paul tries to sneak in and roll him up, but Sheamus reverses and hits the bro kick on Logan Paul.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3. Sheamus
Ooh.
in his return.
Paul ate the pin.
They win the 6-man tag on Logan Paul. Of course he did. He's eating
Yeah,
the pin every time I get a
he
chance.
he made the most sense.
So now we got the champ. Do, 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 do. John Cena's coming out. He says that he's ready. He's ready for
I don't know if
WrestleMania.
he is.
He's ready to defend the title. He survived AJ Styles at Royal Rumble. He gives AJ's props. But he's ready for a challenge, and that challenge is the Royal Rumble winner Brock Lesnar. So he calls out Brock. Brock's music hits. And he stands on the stage, he's jumping around, doing his thing, and just stares down Cena
Ooh.
the entire time. Cena holds up the
Has he
title
chosen
and,
Cena?
and points to WrestleMania. And that's how the show goes out there for Raw Week 9.
Whoa.
And that's where we're at. And now it's on to SmackDown.
Before we get to SmackDown Week 9, I did want to mention that we are coming off of the Royal Rumble. I didn't mention that before I introduced Raw. We are coming off of the Royal Rumble in our last Just Book It episode. And in that Just Book It episode, we had some NXT call-ups. And if you remember all the way back in our first episode, when we drafted all the team or all the rosters and everything, we were given 5 chips that we could use to call up NXT talent or sign free agents to bring to our roster. I used mine on that first episode, bringing up Obafemi, but Hayde had not used any yet, and he used one on Jordan Grace, so now he's down to 4.
He's out for the Rumble.
And I called up 2 people at the Rumble. I called up Blake Monroe and Javon Evans, so I'm down to 3, or down to 2. Excuse me.
2. Yep.
So I just wanted to refresh people's memory in case they had forgotten about the chips.
Yep, you got 2 chips left for the rest of the year. I have 4.
So now we get to SmackDown Week number 9. Also, at the end of the Royal Rumble, we had Brock Lesnar in the ring, and the champions came out to the stage to hold up their titles. So Cena and Punk both came out to hold up their titles. But earlier in the night, CM Punk had the title stolen from him by the Masked Man. And so we open SmackDown Week 9 with CM Punk entering the building, and he's got the world title with him. And a producer comes up to him, and he says that William Regal is looking for him. He wants to see him in his office. So Punk goes into Regal's office, and Regal is questioning how Punk got the title, because Regal's just as confused as everybody. And Punk basically says that when the Masked Man stole it in the middle of the ring earlier in the night, Punk says he went backstage to confront the Masked Man and go get it back forcefully. But when he went back there, all he found was the title just sitting on a table with a note. And Punk says the note said only one word. It just said soon. And so Regal says, well, he's glad that he got the title back, but he asks if Punk has any leads on who he thinks the Masked Man could be. And Punk says, no, not right now, but he intends to go find out right now. So we go to our second segment. Punk's music hits and he enters or goes down the ramp to make his way to the ring. He grabs
Okay.
a mic. He demands to know who the masked man is. He says he's done playing games. He's tired of these cheap attacks, these cheap shots that he's getting from the masked man every once in a while. He's done with these games.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to know who the masked man is right now. He's done, he's old. He doesn't want to mess with this stuff anymore. This
That's
childish
true. He is
games.
very old.
So he wants the masked man to come down to the ring so he can look him eye to eye before he punches him in the mouth.
Ooh,
Just then,
sassy.
Obafemi's music plays,
Uh-oh.
and the ruler makes his way to the ring. The only way he can.
Dancing.
Yes. Oba grabs a mic, and he says it was a disgraceful act for William Regal to not have Oba in the Rumble.
I
And
agree.
the reason that Regal didn't have him in the Rumble is because Regal knows the outcome that would have happened. Oba would have won. That's why he didn't have him in. It wouldn't have been any fair to any of the 29 other competitors.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
that's the reason why Regal left out Oba from the Rumble. He says Regal's scared of him. Why wouldn't he be?
Probably is.
And he says the reason he's scared of him is because he ended Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is gone. His career's over. And Regal
And
knew
we're all
that. He didn't
happy
want that to
about that,
happen
by
to
the
the other
way.
people in the Rumble.
We're happy.
It would have been a foregone conclusion who would have won the Rumble. So Oba says that it's his time. The ruler is going to take his
Rule.
rightful place on the throne. And just as Punk is about to respond, Kevin Owens' music plays.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens comes out and he goes right after Punk and he says he's cheated. He was cheated at the Rumble,
He was cheating.
losing to Punk. And he says he wants a rematch. He wants it right now. Punk says that neither of them are getting rematches. None of them are neither him or Oba are truly ready for a title match, a world title match. And they need to decide between the two of them who's going to get that title match first. So Regal comes out and Regal says
Mm-hmm.
that, well, Punk can't make those matches, but he can. So it's going to be Oba and Kevin in the main event, and the winner will be the number one contender at No Way Out against CM Punk. But the
Oh,
catch
no
is
way out.
CM Punk is the special ref.
Oh, even crazier.
So now we have our first match. It's
He's
LA
gonna
Knight.
cut those sleeves right off.
Yeah, no sleeves, obviously, in the ref shirt.
No sleeves.
It's LA Knight versus Chad Gable.
Okay.
LA Knight starts putting the boots to Gable. He's really getting some good offense in, putting in some of his classic moves that Knight has. Uh, and he goes up and he hits that, like where he jumps from the mat to the top rope and
Mm-hmm.
tosses Gable off and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really controlling it, but Gable takes the advantage back because he's got that amateur wrestling style. So he gets it back. He controls over Knight. He realizes that Knight's not in his level. So he's controlling it. He's building some offense, but Knight's able to get it back, and he goes for the BFT later in the match. As the match is building, he goes for the BFT. He as he's going for the BFT, he looks
Mm-hmm.
to the entrance ramp, and it's Raw superstar Logan Paul.
Oh
What
yeah.
are we talking about? Logan Paul's on Raw. How is he here? The commentary's so shocked. They're confused at how Paul's here. He was just on Raw on Monday.
Yeah, he just got knocked out by
I know, and
Sheamus.
now he shows up on SmackDown. Obviously, Paul and Knight had their thing at the Rumble, but this is the first time Paul's showed up on SmackDown. So Knight obviously lets go of the BFT to go ask, like, why is Paul here? He goes up to the ref and he's asking him stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
uh, Knight turns around and Paul hits Knight with the brass knucks as the ref is distracted.
Oh.
So Knight gets taken out by the brass knucks. He falls to the ground. He didn't fall. He falls backwards into a chaos theory, and Gable wins off that. 1, 2, 3. Gable pins Knight, and Logan Paul just laughs on the outside by the ring area as LA
I
Knight's
like
just
it.
completely stunned at what happened.
That's a Raw superstar for you.
Yeah,
Brass nuts.
Logan Paul. The commentary couldn't believe that. The Raw superstar on SmackDown.
Who's your commentary again?
I don't think we ever decided that, but I'm gonna go with I like Wade Barrett, so I'll have Wade Barrett as one of them. I don't know who my play-by-play is. Probably Cole.
That's fine. I'll take JR and King using them backstage.
Okay. So our third segment, we go back to William Regal in his office, and he sees Javon Evans walk in. And Javon Evans made his debut at the Rumble, and Regal says he's excited. He's very excited to have a talent of Javon Evans' stature on the SmackDown roster. Can't wait to see what he's truly got. Javon says you just gotta wait because nobody's ever seen anybody like the young OG. So we get to our second match, Javon Evans debuting on SmackDown against Ludwig Kaiser with Austin Theory.
Kaiser.
Javon comes out lightning fast as anybody's ever started a match. He wasn't ready for it, takes Kaiser by surprise. Evans is hitting insane move after insane move, taking control of the match, bouncing off the ropes. I mean, he's bouncy. That's his whole thing. He's jumping off, he's floating in the ring. It's crazy. But eventually, Kaiser does slow the pace. He catches Evans. He starts beating him down. He's really working him over. Later in the match, Javon's able to break free, hit the OG cutter, catch Kaiser off guard. One, two, three. Javon wins his debut. Next, we see Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez are backstage talking. And guess who shows up? None other than Dirty Dom.
I was expecting Dirty Dom.
So Dom comes up.
The ladies are around. He's not far behind.
So Dom comes up and he's congratulating Liv for winning the Rumble. And Liv says thanks. And then she asks Dom why he didn't win the men's Rumble.
That's true.
Well, Dom says he finished second. And Liv says that's not good enough. You had all the opportunity to throw Lesnar out, but you didn't. And then she says you jumped out willingly. And Dom says he tries to respond, but Liv doesn't want to hear it, so she and all the girls walk away.
Oh, tension.
Yeah, some big tension between them. And then we have our first match in the U.S. title tournament.
Okay, here we go.
We have first round matchup, Ilya Dragunov versus Santos Escobar.
Okay.
Dragunov starting hot, hitting insanely powerful moves on Escobar, hitting him with those crazy chops that are just bruising the chest of Escobar, making it so red. It's basically like a red stoplight, how red his chest is.
Goodness.
It's just a barrage of offense. Ilya is just throwing down the gauntlet on Santos. Escobar is able to hit a few moves. He puts in a good showing, but it's clearly Dragunov in control the whole match. Dragunov hits a Torpedo Moscow and the H-Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Ilya moves on to the next round.
Okay.
Next segment, we go to the backstage area with Stephanie Vaquer and Lyra Valkyria in the locker room. And they're talking about their the Royal Rumble and all the kind of recap stuff. And then Blake Monroe comes in. And Blake just wants to introduce herself and says that the Glamour is about to take over SmackDown. And then Stephanie steps up and she says that she's got to prove herself first before she can just go over the SmackDown roster declaring that she's going to take over. So Blake just laughs and she walks away because she doesn't take Stephanie seriously. She's the Glamour. And we get our main event. Oba Femi versus Kevin Owens with CM Punk as the special guest referee. Winner is the number one contender. Kevin tries to take control early, but Oba's just too powerful. This is a clear difference. This is something Oba's somebody that Kevin's never faced before. He's never experienced the magnitude that is Oba.
Mm-hmm.
So Oba he catches him, he starts dominating Kevin, tossing him around the ring like a rag doll. Kevin eventually is able to get an advantage with that scrappy style that he's got. He's able to catch Oba by surprise. He hits him with a stunner, but Oba just kicks out at 2. Owens goes up to Punk, and he gets in Punk's face saying, that was a 3 count. You didn't count fast enough. And Owens and Punk are screaming. They're in a screaming match. Punk's getting in Owens' face. He's pointing at him. He's doing all kinds of stuff, saying it was a regular count. When Oba gets up, grabs Kevin, hits the fall from grace. 1, 2, 3. Oba wins. Oba is the new number one contender.
Man, he's coming in hot.
Oba and Punk have a stare down as Punk grabs the title, and just then you think that the credits are on the screen on the TV, the copyright credits and everything, and then the Brock Lesnar music hits. Chills across the arena.
Boom.
The Royal Rumble winners on SmackDown. Brock Lesnar comes out. He walks out to the stage. He does his little dance thing that he does. I don't even know if it's a dance, just whatever he does, the little hop thing that he does.
He's hopping.
He laughs and he just stares at Punk, and Punk's confused. He doesn't know. Punk watched the product. He saw that Brock came out on Raw. So who's Brock gonna choose? He came out on Raw and SmackDown. Like what? You can't have both. What does he think he is? Roman Reigns?
Triple threat.
Unbelievable. So now we move to Raw Week 10.
Okay. That was pretty crazy. Oba's jumping up the scene.
He is the ruler.
Taking out the main eventers. So now we got a special edition. Raw Week 10 is going to be Raw Roulette.
All right, crazy stuff's gonna happen.
Eric Bischoff's in the back with the giant wheel. He's got a couple of Las Vegas girls with him.
He always does.
He's ready. He welcomes everybody to Raw Roulette, says everything's going to be crazy tonight, and to expect the unexpected. He says that every match tonight's the stipulation's gonna be with the wheel, and we're gonna start out with a real good blood feud to start this one out, as Braun Breaker's going to take on Sami Zayn.
Ooh.
So Braun comes out, Sami comes out, Bischoff's in the back, spins the wheel.
It's on the Titantron.
And it's going to be an Extreme Rules match.
To open Raw? All right.
To finish off this feud, Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn. So it starts off strong. Sami tackles Braun to the outside. He's beating on him. He whips it right away, kendo stick. Starts beating on Braun. Take him out, throws him into the steel steps. Braun ends up grabbing a chair and hitting Sami with it, taking him out.
Unprotected headshot, of course.
Oh, yeah, we're not playing PG stuff in this. He smokes him. Gets the table in the ring. He sets it up in the corner. Out of nowhere, Sami hits the haluva kick right through the table.
Nice.
Braun didn't see it coming. Pins him 1, 2. Braun kicked out. Sami thought it was over. He's going to go for the Blue Thunder Bomb. Braun reverses it, hits the spear, but Braun's not done. He gets out of the ring. He finds a steel trash can.
No.
Throws it in the ring.
It's too much, bro.
Puts Sami on his knees. Puts the trash can over Sami. Sami gets up, stands up. Braun hits the spear into the trash can. Sami's down. Takes the trash can off of Sami. 1, 2, 3. Braun put down Sami Zayn.
That's too far, Braun. That's too far.
And he's won the Extreme Rules match. So then we go back to Bischoff. He's still at the wheel. He's, chatting up the ladies, how Bischoff does his thing. And Cena comes in.
Uh-oh.
And Cena says that he wants a challenge and he wants to have a match tonight. He doesn't care if the wheel's deciding stuff or not. So Bischoff laughs at him and says, well, if you want it, you can have it, Cena. So he spins the wheel for the next upcoming match and says that Cena has his match for later, but Bischoff will decide who his opponent will be. And Cena can wait till the match to find out. So Cena leaves. Bischoff spins the wheel for the upcoming match. They come back from break, and he says that he's announced last week about the number one contender tournament. Mm-hmm. So the format for this tournament is going to be 3 triple threat matches. Ooh. The winner of each triple threat match will go on to Judgment Day in a triple threat for the number one contender for the women's WWE title in an elimination match. So you're really having to take somebody out to get through this thing. So he had spun the wheel during the break, and for this number one contender triple threat, it's going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match. Man. The first 3 competitors are going to be Naomi, Lash Legend, and Bayley. Mm. So we start out good. Naomi's attacking Lash. They've had a little bit of a thing going on since Lash debuted. And so they're kind of fighting. Bayley's getting in on this. Felt like she's been getting held back with the whole Jade storyline. Mm. So she's in there fighting. It goes back and forth. Bayley uses a chair on Lash. Lash uses her power to take out Naomi, take out Bayley at the same time. It kind of goes through. It looks like Lash is going to try to put Naomi through a table. Naomi dodges. And Bailey ends up grabbing Lash and hits her with the Bailey or belly.
Bailey to
What is
belly.
it? Bailey to belly. Bailey to belly through the announcer table.
Ooh.
Takes her down. She tries to pin her, but Naomi breaks it up. Naomi throws her back in the ring. She's going to get ready to hit her off the top rope with a splash. She misses. Bailey hits her with the Bailey to belly. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Bailey survives and beats Naomi and
I thought
Lash,
Naomi
and
was
she
gonna
moves
get it.
on to Judgment Day
All right.
for the number one contender match. So then we come back out, and we got Randy Orton make his way to the
No,
ring.
not this guy.
He's hearing voices. I hear voices coming. Then we get Burn It Down. The Seth comes out. Today, Orton's talking about how he still thinks he should be in the WWE
Of course he
Championship
does.
picture. He's ticked off that Rollins eliminated him in the yeah. Orton is mad they didn't win the Rumble. Rollins is mad that Orton eliminated him in the match. And then Orton's mad at Rollins because Rollins distracted him when Roman Reigns eliminated Orton.
Mm-hmm.
So they're pretty annoyed with each other, ticked off, They're getting in each other's way to get to the ultimate goal. But Bischoff comes on the screen. So Bischoff says, "Hey fellas, if you really are having that big a deal with each other, it's time to have a match tonight." So it's going to be Orton and Rollins, and we're going to see what the match
Ooh,
type
hopefully
is.
it's a
So he
steel
spins the
cage.
wheel, and it lands on Strange Bedfellows match.
Strange bedfellows. Was it
And
1997?
and Orton and Rollins are looking at each other like, "What the heck is this?" And so Bischoff explains. He says, "Oh, Strange Bedfellows match. It's great. It's going to be a tag team match."
Okay.
And we're going to find out who Orton's partner is and who Rollins' partner
Oh, this
is.
Bischoff. He's
So he
slimy.
says, "Here's Rollins' partner. Will come out first. So here it is." And we get a Boyka Boyka 619. Rey
Oh,
Mysterio is going to be Seth Rollins'
how can they
partner
work together?
tonight. And Orton's like, "Okay, whatever. Who's my partner?"
Don't let it be
And you
Cena.
get a little R-Truth action.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pull a
R-Truth comes
Cena.
out there. Orton is freaking out.
Yeah.
He's like, "Seriously, R-Truth, what are we doing here?" So R-Truth is like, "Hey, it's okay. I'll start the match. Don't worry. I got this." So he goes out there against Seth. He takes out Seth. He starts hitting all his, classic moves, the splits,
Hmm.
then into the kick. He's hitting
He
the
does that
elbow. He's hitting
spinning fist that
everything.
he does.
Yeah, spin a fist. He's hitting everything. It looks like he's actually gonna take over Rollins. Truth turns around and he goes for the tag on Orton. Orton drops down.
Oh, what a guy.
Just stares at Truth. Truth's so confused. He's like, "What are you doing? You're
Yeah,
supposed to
they're
tag."
partners. Yeah.
And Orton says, "Nope, sorry."
Unbelievable.
And Truth turns around. Rollins super kicks Truth in the face. Hits the stomp on Truth. 1, 2,
He didn't even tag
3.
Ray in the whole match.
Nope. It was just a quick little match.
Nice.
Rollins wins, but then he turns around and Ray hits him with the what's he call
What?
it? He has a name for it. The sit out when he jumps off the ropes and hits the sit out on you.
Oh,
It's not the West Coast Pop. It has a different name, and I'm blanking on the name of it.
uh, I don't know.
It's
He
the
did the splash for a while. I don't remember.
yeah. Anyway, so he
Yeah.
takes out Rollins, and where Rollins falls and he gets into the ropes, gets kicked into the ropes. Ray hits the 619 on Rollins. He turns around. He's going to go up for the splash, but Orton comes back in the ring, catches Ray midair in an
Oh,
RKO,
this guy.
and then he's laughing. He hits Truth with the RKO
Of
too,
course, just for good measure. Yeah.
and then he turns around. Rollins is trying to get up after the 619, and he hits
Oh,
Rollins with an RKO. And Orton is the last one left
it's an
standing,
RKO party.
and he's laughing as he leaves the ring, takes everybody out.
Man, I can't handle this Randy guy.
Now we got the New Day are making their way to the
Oh, they're
ring.
probably
They're getting
heated.
their rematch. They're getting that rematch for the tag team titles. Out come the Lucha Brothers. And so Bischoff's back on the screen. He says, "We're going to get the rematch tonight, and we're going to find out what kind of match that we're going to have." And he spins the wheel. And we get, a Lucha Brothers specialty. a Mexican street fight.
Mm.
And the New Day are freaking out.
Okay.
Like, seriously, what is a Mexican street fight? Like, what is happening? What are we doing here? So, Lucha Brothers, they're freaking out. They're screaming at Bischoff, and they turn around and do a double super
Oh,
kick.
nice.
We get crazy stuff happening in this match. We get Lucha Brothers diving outside the ring on the New Day. We got tables set up. Phoenix gets out a ladder.
Nice.
He's setting the ladder up. He's putting it on the fan barricade in the ring.
Ooh.
So he's setting up. He's trying to set
Little
up
bridge.
Xavier onto the ladder. Xavier's trying to reverse it. We got Kofi comes from the other side, jumps over the ladder and takes both guys out.
Wow, even his old age.
Knocks them both out. Then we get Penta, who ends up picking up Kofi. They're battling on the apron. He catches the Trouble in Paradise, hits it, turns it into a cradle powerbomb through the ladder, takes him out. We got Phoenix and Xavier in the ring. Phoenix hits a super kick on Xavier. Xavier rolls out of the ring. He grabs a kendo stick, hits Phoenix when he's trying to hit a suicide dive.
Oof.
Gets back in the ring, starts beating on Phoenix. Pentagon gets back up, but he hits Pentagon, knocks him back down. He turns around and gets hit with another super kick that knocks him down. And then Phoenix gets up, hits a 450 splash on Xavier. We get a 1, 2, 3. Lucha Bros retain the titles.
Nice.
Kofi's knocked out cold after going through a ladder.
I wouldn't blame him.
And that's Lucha Bros celebrate as they go back to the ring. And New Day is wondering what they're going to be able to do to get those titles back now. So now we go back to Bischoff. He has Logan Paul come back there, and he's talking to Logan. He says, hey, what are you doing showing up on SmackDown? We can't be having that. You're going to get me in trouble with Regal, and I really can't have Regal mad at me. That would go very badly for me. So he says, for doing what you did, you're going to have a match tonight. So go out there and figure out, we're going to figure out what kind of match you have. So let's spin the wheel. So he spins the wheel, and it comes up, and he's going to have a submission match.
Ooh, a submission. Just Logan
So
Paul
he says, you go out there, you can have the submission match. I'll send out your opponent. So Logan Paul heads out to the ring, and out comes AJ Styles.
No, the calf crusher.
And Paul's like, seriously, what are we doing? And AJ comes out, and they have a great match, back and forth, high flying, hitting the big elbow. He's trying to set up the Styles clash. Logan Paul reverses it, but AJ rolls through, gets him in the calf crusher. Logan gets the ropes.
Oh.
He survives. He hits him with a super kick out of nowhere on AJ. AJ's down. He's going up, hits the big splash, and tries to pin AJ. Okay. But the ref's like, what are you doing, dude? It's a submission match. You can't, there's no pins. What's he doing? Logan Paul's freaking out on him. He's yelling at the ref. He's like, count to 3. It's over. And all of a sudden we hear L.A. Knight. His music plays. He runs down the ring. Logan Paul's like, what's going on? Logan Paul reaches in for the brass nuts. L.A. Knight gets on the apron, but Logan Paul tries to hit him, and L.A. Knight dodges it, gets down. Logan Paul's like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. And L.A. Knight's just laughing at him, pointing at him, saying that you messed with the wrong guy. So Logan Paul turns around. AJ rolls him through. Calf crusher. Logan taps out immediately. L.A. Knight's laughing all the way back up the ramp. Laughing at him. Saying, don't ever mess with me again, kid. Yeah. and then he leaves. AJ gets the win. And Logan Paul's left grabbing his leg, crying in the ring.
Man.
So now we got John Cena come out.
Oh, no.
He's ready for his main event.
What could this match be?
So Bischoff comes back on the screen. He says, Cena, you won this match tonight, so you're going to get it. So we'll see what kind of match it's going to be. Spins the wheel. This is the main event. And it's going to be a tables match. So Bischoff laughs and says, well, you got your wish. You're going to have a fight. And guess who it's going to be against?
No, who?
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere from behind, Bronson Reed lays out Cena from behind.
Bronson.
Starts beating on Cena.
Oh, Cena.
beating Cena up.
He's old.
Bronson goes out for a table, sets it up on the outside. He's going to hit the tsunami off the apron through the
Oh
table.
man.
He gets ready to go for it. Cena gets up, starts punching him in the gut. Bronson holds onto the rope. Cena's trying to get him up for the FU through the table, but Bronson
Looks too
reverses it.
heavy.
Then they get back in the ring. They're fighting back and forth. Cena starts getting in the classic offense, hitting the shoulder blocks,
5 moves of doom.
going for the hits the 5 knuckle shuffle. He's setting it up. He goes and gets another table, but gets it in the ring. He sets it up so he can hit the FU, but he turns around. Bronson lays him out. And now Bronson's setting him on the table. He's getting ready to get up there for the tsunami, and all of a sudden, Sheamus runs out there. And Sheamus starts beating on Bronson in the ring, back and forth. Bronson tries to lay him out with a clothesline, but Sheamus ducks it, hits the bro kick on Bronson, lays him out, starts screaming in his face, gets Cena, wakes him up, and then Sheamus leaves. Cena sees what's happened. He's like, oh, well, whatever. I'll take it. Bronson's getting up from the bro kick, turns around, F you, through the table.
He got him up.
Cena gets the win, and Cena's holding up the title. He feels like he's kind of getting on a good path. And then all of a sudden, as the show closes, Orton slides in the ring from behind and hits the RKO on Cena.
This guy.
Cena possibly says a curse word.
Oh, no.
Right there. Knocks Cena out cold. Orton holds up the title as Raw goes off the air.
Cena's old. He can't handle this. This is retirement
Raw
tour.
Roulette is finished.
Oh, that was a pretty crazy Raw Roulette.
Let's move on to SmackDown Week 10.
Oh, man. Oh, poor Cena. I think it could have been fun if you had that R-Truth match and he starts it and then Seth just immediately hits the stomp and wins.
Thought about it.
And then
He had to get a
Orton
little
just looks at him and then he RKOs him anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But I had to give him a little
Yeah,
something.
it was good. It was good. A little bit of brand warfare, though. LA Knight and Logan Paul.
Yeah. Kind of getting involved in each other's business.
All right, so we move to SmackDown Week 10. We open the show hot with a first-round U.S. title tournament match.
Okay.
We got Dragon Lee and Big Jim Uso. So Dragon Lee, early advantage obviously goes to Dragon. He takes it. Jimmy's good, but he's not keeping up with what Dragon's doing. Dragon's moving too quick for him. So Lee's hitting some big moves off the ropes. He's getting some big near falls on Jimmy, but Jimmy's kicking out. Give him some credit. He's kicking out, staying competitive in the match a little bit. Jimmy's able to catch Dragon Lee out of the areas. He's going for like a move off the top rope. Jimmy catches him with a super kick, but Lee's able to just kick out to just get that shoulder up. And Dragon Lee eventually catches Jimmy with, I didn't really remember what his finisher was, but apparently it's called the Dragon Driver. I had no idea. So he hits him with that and beats him 1, 2, 3. Dragon Lee moves on to the next round.
Nice, Dragon Lee.
So then we go backstage. We see William Regal in his office, and the Tribal Chief walks in. Roman Reigns shows back up. We haven't seen him since the Rumble. And Regal welcomes Reigns back. He says he's happy to have him back on the roster. He missed him that last couple weeks that he was gone before the Rumble. And Roman says, yeah, that's great, but he's not here for pleasantries. Nice speech. Fine speech.
Come on, Roman.
He says he wants to know where Gunther is right now. Regal says Gunther's not here yet, but he strongly advises Roman to think about restraint. Roman says Gunther stole his opportunity to get back control, and he's going to pay for it. And Roman leaves. We see...
I agree.
What?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
He did steal his chance.
And then we see backstage Liv Morgan, or not backstage, Liv Morgan's music plays on the Tron as she comes out to the ring. And she's got Roxanne and Raquel and Dom with her. Liv gets the mic and she starts talking about how winning the Rumble was just the first step in her journey back to being the face of WWE. She goes on about bragging, winning the Rumble and saying how awesome she is and how it's just it was just a formality that she has to choose one of the champions because she's going to win either one, so it doesn't really matter. And then Rhea Ripley's music plays. And the world champion comes down to the ring, accompanied by Io, obviously. And Rhea says that Liv should really choose Charlotte because at least if she chooses Charlotte, she'd have a competitive fighting chance. Because if she
Ooh,
chooses
sassy.
Rhea, it's going to be done over with before Liv can even figure out what happened. So
I agree.
uh, we get Roxanne stepping up, and she's defending Liv, saying how disrespectful Rhea was, and
That's
Roxanne
disrespectful.
challenges both Rhea and Io to a tag team match right now. So we have our second match of the night: Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Rhea and Roxanne are the ones who start the match, and Rhea takes control due to her obvious size and power advantage over Roxanne. She's little.
Mm-hmm. Tiny.
But Roxanne is able to tag in Raquel, and now we've got a little bit of an even match going.
Mm-hmm.
Raquel hits some big moves on Rhea and kind of shocks her a little bit. She wasn't expecting Raquel to put up such a good fight. Rhea tags in Io, and Io starts going crazy, hitting some springboard
Nice.
kicks. She's hitting huge offensive moves. She's doing the finger point to her head thing that she does. Io's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Deeper into the match, once all four women have really worn each other down, Liv and Dom are at ringside, obviously, and they start to get involved a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So Liv goes to
Makes
distract the
sense.
ref, but Rhea, who isn't in the match, she's on the apron or on the tag side. She grabs Liv's hair and throws her off the apron, and Liv lands into the arms of Dom. And Rhea just like
Nice.
she sees Liv land into Dom's arms and Dom save her, and Rhea kind of just looks at
Mm-hmm.
it. And then Roxanne was tagged in by Raquel, hits the pop rocks on Io, who was distracted by what Rhea was seeing. And one, two,
Mm-hmm.
three, Roxanne and Raquel win, pick up a big win over
Mm.
Io and the world champ.
That's pretty big.
Rhea can't believe what happened. She's upset, trying to comfort Io, and also staring at Liv and Dom, who walk back up the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable for Rhea. She did it to herself.
Yeah. Poor Rhea.
She's the world champ, though.
Yeah. But she just wants love.
Backstage, we get another appearance from Jackie Redmond. We saw her. Did I do it at the Rumble or did
Who?
Jackie?
I remember this time. I
And
remember.
she's interviewing the MFTs.
Ugh, those MFers.
No, the MFTs, not the MFers.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And Jackie asked the MFTs what their plan is to win the WWE Tag Team titles. And JC Mateo basically has become the mouthpiece since Solo's gone. So JC says that William
Good.
Regal's been holding him down. He's been holding them back ever since they showed up on SmackDown. And he says that they're going to take,
Agreed.
not win, take the tag team titles. And
Spicy.
as JC's saying all this, we see the camera kind of like pans over his shoulder and we see the rest of the MFT group. And they don't
Mm-hmm.
look as convinced as you might think of what Mateo's saying. Do they not fully back what Mateo's saying? I don't know.
Probably not.
They don't look super
Probably
confident.
not.
Next up, we have another first round U.S. title tournament match. We've got Austin Theory with Ludwig Kaiser versus the Yeet Man himself, Jey Uso. So Big Brother Jim
Ooh.
just lost earlier in the night. Can Jey Uso get the
Mhm.
win? So Jay starts yeeting with the crowd as he's making his entrance, obviously, and he's doing what he always does. And Theory takes advantage of that. He plays the smart angle. He grabs Jay, catches him with an A-Town down. 1, 2, 3. Austin Theory moves on. Jay's stunned. He didn't even get to take off his shirt.
Good. He shouldn't have run it back.
Yeah, he ran it back, and Theory
Run it back.
he took advantage. Jay can't. He sits in the ring stunned. He can't believe what just happened.
Maybe he should disappear with Cody.
Everybody that's stunned just disappears.
Leave. Old
And
people.
now the camera goes backstage to kind of like the parking lot area, and we see Gunther arriving to the arena. He gets out of his nice car. I don't know what he drives. Maybe a Bentley, maybe a Mercedes, something. Driving something nice.
I know. We just saw it recently.
I don't remember what it was. Probably a Mercedes. I don't know though.
A Fiat.
I don't think it's a Fiat. He gets out of his car and he walks in. As he's walking into the arena, William Regal catches up to him. And Regal tells Gunther that Roman Reigns is looking for him, and he's not happy. But Gunther just smiles and continues walking. He doesn't take Roman seriously. He's Gunther.
He's a loser.
We go back to the ring, and we hear Lyra Valkyria's music play, and she gets in the ring ready for her match against none other than living legend Nikki Bella.
Oh.
Nikki had a decent performance in the Rumble, and now she's ready to make her name known back on SmackDown. But she's not coming out just in a normal entrance. She's got a mic in her hand.
Ugh.
And Nikki starts talking about what happened at the Rumble and how it was disgrace and most disrespectful thing you could do to a legend of her stature. Getting eliminated like she did in the Rumble.
She did get eliminated quick.
She goes on to say that her comeback is not just a pity party. It's not some pity party retirement tour. She came back to prove one more time that she is the best women's wrestler ever. Which, to be fair, during her era, she probably was. The match finally begins.
Better than AJ? I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The match finally begins, and Nikki's demonstrating a little bit of a mean streak on Lyra. She's really dominating Lyra. She catches her by surprise. Lyra wasn't expecting this aggressive, more physical side of Nikki Bella, and Lyra can't really, like, she gets a little bit of offense, but she can't really counteract this new level Nikki Bella's got. Nikki hits the Rack Attack 2.0. 1, 2, 3. Nikki wins.
Oh, nice.
Next, we see Rhea. I almost called him Rio, their tag name. Rhea and Io. I guess I could have said that. Are seen backstage, and Rhea's comforting Io as she's got like ice on her neck and everything. When Dom comes up.
Oh, great.
And he asks Rhea if they could talk in private. And the camera pans back as Dom and Rhea are talking in private, and we see Liv Morgan, who sees Dom do all of this.
She's getting angry.
And we leave it at that. Next up, we have another first round U.S. title tournament match, the final of the first round. We have Rusev versus Chad Gable. And this is one of the most physical matches we've seen in a while. I mean, Rusev and Gable are going just crazy back and forth, hitting big chops, big blows, just laying into each other. They're really putting the work in on each other. Later in the match, Gable gets a chance to hit a Chaos Theory, but he couldn't get it all the way because he's just so tired from exhaustion, he collapses to the ground after the way that these two have just been putting all of their effort into this match. So Rusev sees that, he takes advantage, steps on the back, hits the accolade. Gable tries to reach the ropes, but he just can't do it. He's too tired, and he passes out from the pain and the exhaustion. And the ref calls the bell. The match is over. Gable can't continue. Rusev moves on.
Nice.
And now we have our main event. Gunther's music plays, and he comes down to the ring. And he's got that smile on his face. Has not lost it since entering the building, even hearing that Roman was not happy with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes on the mic and he starts talking about how great he is. And how the Rumble was a great example of that. He stood toe-to-toe with Brock. And he really would have won that match and finished the job if it wasn't for Roman. And as he's talking about how Roman cost him the Rumble, we hear Roman's music. And the tribal chief comes to the ring. He don't have a mic in his hand. He didn't come here to talk. So he comes to the ring, and they start going after each other. They start throwing blows. And this is a heavyweight boxing match. I mean, they're throwing haymakers at each other. Gunther tries to hit a clothesline. Roman dodges it, bounces off the ropes, spears Gunther. Gunther riles in pain in the ring as Roman throws up the ones as we end Friday Night SmackDown.
Nice.
And we see Raw Week 11.
Yep, we move on into Raw 11. We start out pretty hot here with the women's WWE number one contender, the second match of the tournament. We have the U.S. champ, Tiffany Stratton, Jordan Grace, and Jade Cargill.
Ooh,
a lot of power.
That's a lot of power.
They go back and forth. Tiffany gets out of the ring to start and lets Jade and Jordan go stare down face to face. They kind of try to test the
I
strength,
like it.
go back and forth, running off the ropes, hitting shoulder blocks on each other. Tiffany's just watching from the outside. She gets on the apron, is yelling at them to keep fighting each other. They both look at each other, then go over there and flip her in the ring. They both start taking their shots on her, suplexes, clotheslines, everything. Tiffany's getting beat up. She ends up turning it around on Jordan, knocking her out of the ring. And then Jade hits her with a big boot, knocks her down, tries for the pin. 1, 2. Tiffany kicks out. Then Tiffany throws Jade to the outside. She gets up on the top, hits the moonsault onto both Jordan and Jade on the outside. She throws Jordan back in the ring, just trying to take this young punk out because Tiffany knocked her out last week and she's tired of messing with her.
I'm pretty sure.
So she gets ready.
I'm pretty sure Jordan's older than Tiffany.
Probably, but in the realm
Yeah,
of
I get it.
debuts, yes. The Tiffany's going up. She's getting ready to hit the moonsault. Becky comes out from the
No.
crowd, gets up on the apron, distracts Tiffany. Tiffany's like, "What are you doing here? What's going on?" She turns around and Jade takes her out
Oh,
with another big boot to the face. Tiffany gets knocked out of the ring. Then she hits Jordan with the she call her face again?
Jaded.
Yeah,
It's her
Jaded.
name.
That's what
Why
it
do you
was.
forget that?
I don't know. I always want to say add something else to it. I don't know why. Hits Jaded on Jordan Grace. 1, 2, 3. Jade is moving on to Judgment Day,
Wow.
along with Bailey in the
Oh,
elimination
that's gonna end
match.
well.
Yep. They got their problems, so we'll see how that goes. Then we go backstage, and Charlotte's walking. Just showed up to the arena. She's walking, and Bianca Belair
Ooh.
is standing back there, and kind of smirks at her. And Charlotte just kind of looks at her like, What's your
All
problem?"
right.
And Bianca goes, she just thought she was funny last week for coming out and saying that no one is a challenge for Charlotte anymore. And Charlotte goes, "Yeah, there's no one left on this roster that can touch me." And Bianca goes like, "Well, it looks like I can touch you right now,"
Ooh.
and like puts her hand on her
Ooh.
shoulder.
Bianca.
And Charlotte just kind of smirks and say, "If you want to try to take on the Queen, go ahead, but don't miss your shot." And Bianca says, "Well, maybe we'll find out later tonight
Mm.
if I'm a challenge for you or not."
Somebody better go talk to Bischoff about that.
So Bianca walks away, and Charlotte's just kind of staring at her, like, what are you
You know,
doing?
we
This is
got to see that
ridiculous."
match.
So then we go into Bischoff's office. He's standing in there, and John Cena comes
He's probably still got those call girls from the wheels.
in. They're right there in the office still.
Mm-hmm.
Cena's like, "Wasn't Raw Roulette last week?" Bischoff's like, "Mind your own business." Cena goes, uh, "You see what I did last week? I took out Bronson. I'm still dominating. I'm still the champ. If you have any more challenges for me, I'm ready to take on all comers." And Bischoff's like, "Yeah, I had an actual idea in that in mind." He says, "At Judgment Day, you don't have an opponent yet, but I've got plans for
Of
that.
course he does.
Next week, to start off Raw, there's going to be a number one contender gauntlet match."
Ooh, a gauntlet.
And Cena's like, "Oh, okay. I'll be watching, ready to see who I'm going to face." And Bischoff kind of laughs and goes, "Oh no, Cena, it's not going to be that kind of
Oh
gauntlet
no! Don't tell
match."
me it's Cena versus the roster.
And Cena goes, "Well, what do you mean?" And Bischoff goes, "You, John Cena, are going to face a gauntlet of
Oh
challengers.
no!
And if any of them pin you, then they will face you at Judgment Day."
Ooh, what a stip!
And Cena does the classic, takes his hat off and wipes his brow, wipes his head,
He's got the
and
sweatband on for a reason.
he goes, "Well, Bischoff, like I tell everybody, if they want some, come get some."
Oh,
And Cena leaves. Then we go to the ring, and we got Rey Mysterio coming out. He's going to be taking on JD. Miz is going to be in JD's corner. Pretty, kind of like a little cruiserweight kind of match here, back and forth. Ray hits the 619 on the giant head. He's getting ready to hit him with the splash, but Miz grabs his leg,
Oh,
distracts him.
boo.
So then Ray kicks Miz to the floor and goes for the splash. JD dodges it, but Ray lands on his feet. JD rolls him up. 1, 2, 3.
No.
JD picks up a huge win.
On a Hall of Famer?
Pinning Rey Mysterio. Ray can't believe it.
I can't believe it either.
Miz is laughing at him as they go up the ramp.
Ugh. Just like Miz
Then the
and Alex
next
Riley.
match we have, yeah, I know, basically the same idea. So then we got Burn It Down.
Oh, here we go.
Seth Rollins comes out. He takes the mic. He says, "I know I got to face Finn Balor here next, but I'm sick and tired of Orton taking everybody out with the RKO.
He got RKO'd last week. Well, he's got to be angry about that.
Exactly. He keeps getting in the way of him becoming WWE champion, and that he's going to take Orton out before Orton can take him out again. So then we get Finn coming out, the Intercontinental Champion, and they have a classic match. Back and forth. He hits the super kick on Finn. Finn hits the double drop kick into the corner. He's knocking Seth around. He's going up for coup de grace. Seth dodges it. Hits him in the gut, then hits him with the super kick in the face. He's going for the stop. Finn dodges it. Hits him with a brain buster. Gets the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Seth just kicks out. It was close. So now he's going up. Finn goes back up top. He jumps off. Seth catches him in the gut. Hits the pedigree.
Whoa.
And pins Finn. 1, 2, 3. Seth did it.
That's a big win.
Beats Finn. Seth's getting up. He's hurting from the match. And all of a sudden turns around. RKO out of nowhere.
Where's this guy coming from?
And Orton's doing the classic, like, where he's like shaking
crazy,
and like pointing at him. Like he's like spitting.
He's vibrating.
He's like venom soothing out of his mouth. And he's ticked off that Seth thought he could take him out first. He rolls out of the ring, gets out of there. Seth's laying knocked out. Backstage, the New Day's sitting there. They're talking about what happened last week in the Mexican Street Fight.
I don't know how they can recover after that.
And the Lucha Bros walk up. And they kind of show off the titles, saying that the New Day couldn't beat them, and the New Day said they want another shot. The Lucha Bros say, "What? We keep giving you shots, and we keep beating you." He said, Lucha Bros say, "You got to prove yourselves." And then Penta goes, "Cero Miedo," right in Vader's face. So the New Day are going to have to prove themselves if they want another shot at the Lucha Bros. Then the next match on the card is AJ Styles coming out, and he's got to take on Drew McIntyre. So pretty good match, main event style match, back and forth. He's going up for the phenomenal elbow. Drew catches him, hits the what's the move?
Which
Why
move?
am I blanking on his DDT?
Oh, the Future Shock?
Future Shock. Oh, man. I wanted to say Future Drop, but I knew that wasn't right. Hits the Future Shock out of nowhere. Didn't see that coming.
That's a pretty cool reversal.
Goes for the pin. AJ kicks out. AJ's trying to set up the Styles Clash. Drew flips him up over the top. Then it looks like AJ's trying to get up. Drew's setting up the Claymore. Goes for the Claymore. But AJ catches his leg and then rolls him through into the calf crusher.
Back-to-back weeks?
Catches him. He's got the calf crusher on tight. Drew barely reaches the rope before he taps out. He gets the rope break. He's getting up. He can't really stand. Hits the kiss on AJ when AJ comes walking back in. Drew's setting up another Claymore. He goes to run for it, but his leg gets out. So he falls down to his knee. AJ catches him, puts him in the Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3. AJ survives.
Nice.
Barely beats Drew. And now AJ's got some momentum going forward. So then we go to the back. Bischoff's standing back there. And he is talking to Grayson Waller.
Ooh, okay. We haven't seen
Grayson Waller. Yeah, Grayson hasn't done anything yet on the Raw brand. He's just been kind of hanging out. And Bischoff says, "It's time for you to show me what you got." So Grayson says, "Oh, that's fine. I can do it. I can do anything. I can beat anybody." So Bishop kind of just smirks and says, "Okay, well, next up you face Damian Priest."
Mm.
So Grayson gets ticked off. He can't believe it. He's like, "Seriously, my first match I have to fight Damian Priest." So he goes out there. Priest comes out. Priest basically beats him down, hits a spinning heel kick on him, getting ready to set up the finisher, and all of a sudden, R-Truth music
What?
hits. R-Truth comes running down to the ring, gets in the ring. Priest is like, "What are you doing? What's happening?" And all of a sudden, R-Truth he goes for the shaking the hands of Priest, then throws Priest over the top
Oh,
rope.
jeez.
And Priest is like, "What is happening?" And then R-Truth, Grayson Waller was trying to get up, and R-Truth throws Grayson Waller over the top rope.
This is the Rumble.
And R-Truth's like, "Yeah, I won." And Damian Priest is like, "This isn't the Rumble. What is wrong with you?" And Truth's like, "I'm going to WrestleMania." And he gets out of the ring and he's running to the back. "I'm going to WrestleMania." And so he runs back to the back, and the match ends in a no contest
Oh,
with R-Truth messing everything
all
up.
right.
So then R-Truth's in the back, and Bishop's like, "Truth, what is wrong with you?" Truth goes, "Oh, hey Paul,
Hey, Paul.
I just won the Royal Rumble. I'm going to WrestleMania." And Bishop goes, Paul, what are you talking? Paul who?" He goes, "Well, Heyman. You know, you used to run ECW, right?" "No, I ran WCW." He's like, "Who? WCW? Who's that?" He's like, "Oh, whatever, Truth." He said, well, you know what? Since you did all that work tonight, maybe next week I'll let you have an opportunity at something."
Ooh.
Truth goes, "I'll see you at WrestleMania, boss." And walks past him. Bishop's just like
That's good stuff.
super confused. He's like, "What's going on?" So now we go to the main event. We got the women's champ Charlotte Flair taking on Bianca Belair. Huge match for Bianca trying to get into the title picture. Charlotte dominates her early, but Bianca makes a big comeback. Starts hitting her with her moves. She's going for a finish, but Charlotte reverses, rolls her up. It looks like she's going for a roll pin, but switches out of it into the figure
Oh,
eight.
nice.
Bianca's stuck. She can't reach the ropes. She's in it for like 5 minutes, but
Oof.
she has to tap out. She just can't stand it anymore. And we end Raw 11 with Charlotte standing tall in the ring, proving that she's the dominant force in the women's
Okay,
division.
okay.
Now we move on to SmackDown Week 11.
That was a pretty good Raw week. I mean, Seth, pretty big win for Seth. Got a pin over the Intercontinental Champ.
Yep, Seth and AJ are trying to make moves, trying to get in that main event title picture.
Well, speaking of making moves, we opened SmackDown Week 11 with the Ruler.
Oh,
His
great.
music plays, and the new number one contender for the world title comes down. He grabs the mic and he starts talking about how Punk's time at the top is done. The future has come early, and it's the Ruler, and he will take his place on the throne at No Way Out. Punk's music plays, and the world champion, he comes out hot. He's angry. He's tired of people telling him when he's done, when he's finished.
He's done.
Bischoff can't tell him he's done.
Oh, sorry.
The only one who can make that decision is him.
Or his wife.
Or his wife, yeah. And as Punk is starting to lay into Oba, starting to get deep into the promo, we see a figure appear on the Titantron. And it's the Masked Man.
Oh.
And he speaks for the first time, but it's in a voice changer to disguise his identity, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And
Makes sense.
he's talking to Punk, and he holds up a family picture of CM Punk, AJ Lee, and Larry.
Oh, Larry.
Larry's not dead in this universe.
Rip Larry.
and the Masked Man tells Punk that he needs to choose between the world title and his wife and family.
Goodness. This is turning into a murder? What's happening here?
So Punk immediately leaves the ring and he goes to find the Masked Man. So we have the cameraman follow Punk as he's just storming back his old man walk, storming back to the gorilla position, trying to search
Mm-hmm.
he's asking everybody. He's coming up to random producer people backstage, random lighting crew, and asking if they've
Where is he?
they're asking if he's seen the
Where is
masked
he?
man. He's searching everywhere. The camera's following him,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually we get to the little docking area with that like garage door thing that they have in all the arenas.
Yep.
And we Punk, he's like he's looking everywhere. He's turning his head around. He's trying to find wherever this masked man could be. And then boom, the masked man comes from behind and attacks him.
Saw
Starts
that
beating
coming.
him down. He's really taking him out. He's throwing him into that
Good.
garage door thing. He's putting the boots to him. He's putting the fists to him. He's really taking Punk down. But
I like this guy.
Punk reverses and he starts
Oh,
fighting
wow.
back and he's taking control. And now they're trading blows. They're going back and forth. Punk's trying to grab at the mask, trying to rip it off as any chance he can. But the masked man, he's not letting him do it. And then boom, low blow. Masked man catches Punk and
Nice.
Punk falls. He collapses to the ground. He's crying in pain from the low blow. And the masked man runs away.
What a baby. Take it.
And then we get our first match of the night, the MFTs versus the Guns.
Yeah, Meffers.
And it'll be the Tongans, the Gorillas of Destiny, representing the MFTs in this match.
Mm.
So
I
Tama
like
starts off against Sabin, and it's a classic Guns match. They're hitting some of their classic moves. They're doing all the classic Guns tag team finishes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're dominating the Tongans, to be fair. But deeper into the match, we see two people jump the barricade.
Oh.
And they're wearing the classic hoodies and masks and everything, and jeans. They're in street clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And they start beating down the Guns.
Oh.
And after they lay out Shelly and Sabin, they take off their, and obviously the ref calls for the bell. They take off their hoodies and take off their masks, and it's Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Good Brothers.
The Good
The
Brothers.
Good Brothers have debuted.
Oh my God. I'm
Commentary
shocked.
sucked. They're stunned. They mentioned that
What is commentary not shocked?
they don't get told what's happening.
It's like, well, this is what?
They're shocked
What's
about
happening?
everything that happens here. And then Cole mentions that these two are the hottest free agents available.
Okay.
Unbelievable. That's another chip used.
Man, you only got one chip
I got
left
one
for
chip
the whole
left.
year. You haven't even got the WrestleMania.
I
yet.
got one chip left. I'm making
You're
big money
burning.
moves.
You're burning through your chips.
I'm the primetime players, millions of dollars.
Goodness gracious.
We go to our third segment. Lyra and Stephanie Vaquer talking backstage. They've kind of become a little bit of friends. They're building some a little friendship. And Lyra's talking about Nikki Bella and how she got the better of her last week, but that's not going to happen again. And Stephanie asks if Lyra's going to need any help. And Lyra says, "No, I don't think I'm going to need any help." And Stephanie says, "Okay," and she starts walking away. But then Nikki comes out of nowhere and starts wailing on Lyra, throwing her into like the electricity like wire box, all the crates and stuff they have backstage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just pounding her, taking her out left and right, just leaves her battered on the ground. And as she's walking away, she's screaming to nobody really, whoever wants to listen, whoever's back there. And she's just saying how she's the best woman on the roster and all this kind of stuff that she's been saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back to the ring to get our first of the semifinal matches of the U.S. title tournament. We've got
Okay.
Ilya Dragunov versus Dragon Lee.
Okay.
And this is an insanely good match. I mean, you got two
Oh,
world-class wrestlers going
Match
after
of
each
the
other.
year.
What?
Could be a match of the year.
It could be a match of the year. It's a banger. They were
He
made,
just likes saying bang.
the Banger Bros. They were made to fight each other. They're wrestling soulmates almost.
Mm-hmm.
And Dragunov's chopping Lee out of the sky. Dragon's jumping off the springboard stuff, and Dragunov's chopping him out of the sky. And they're hitting Dragon Lee's hitting super kicks, but getting near falls. It's back and forth. It's really competitive. It's very even between the two. None of them can really get the upper hand. But so deep into the match, Ilya catches Lee with the Torpedo Moscow, goes for a double H-bomb, hits the first one, hits the second one, just to make sure he puts Dragon away. 1, 2, 3, and Ilya will move on to the finals.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Next, we see William Regal in his office, and
Okay.
Gunther comes in.
Oh, God.
But Gunther comes in hot. Gunther demands that Regal suspend Roman for what he did last week.
Makes sense.
Regal says that he's not going to do that. And Gunther should be more focused on his match tonight against Kevin Owens. Gunther says he doesn't want to fight Kevin. He has no business with Kevin. And Regal says Gunther doesn't make the decisions. And he's not happy with how Gunther's been acting since he showed up. So this is his payment. This is his
comeuppance.
Yeah, this is his comeuppance. And so Gunther gets frustrated, and he finally shows some anger as he's been smiling really for the most part of his time here, and he walks away. So we go back to the ring where we see Stephanie Vaquer and Blake Monroe. We had that encounter a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, with Blake debuting and showing a little bit of disrespect to both Lyra and Stephanie. And so Stephanie, she took that personally. She wanted a match. She wanted to test how Blake was, see if Blake's ready for the main roster. So Stephanie, she wants to prove something to Blake. Put her in her place and show that the glamour's not gonna just show up and immediately take over the roster. So Stephanie catches Blake with a couple of big kicks. She hits some big moves. Blake's kicking out. She's showing some grit. She's showing some determination. Stephanie's able to catch her with the devil's kiss. And she goes for the SVB, but Blake reverses, hits which I don't think she has a name for her move, so I had to call it the glamorous DDT. She just does a DDT. I don't think she has a name for it. I looked it up, but anyway. She hits the glamorous DDT on Stephanie. 1, 2, 3. Blake Monroe upsets Stephanie in her debut. Oof.
That shocked me.
Catch her off guard. The glamour is here.
That's a pretty big win.
So we move backstage where we see Jackie Redmond again. Yay, Jackie.
Jackie.
And she's interviewing Liv Morgan. And Jackie's asking her about who she's going to pick in to face at WrestleMania. Is she going to pick Charlotte? Is she going to pick Rhea? What's this decision she's going to make? And as Liv's talking, she doesn't want to give too much away, obviously. So she's just talking about both of the champions and how they're both fine champions, but she's really going to win either title, whatever she goes after. But as she's talking to Jackie, we see in the back hallway a door open, and out walks Rhea Ripley.
Uh-oh.
And then a couple of minutes later, Dominic Mysterio walks out of that same room.
Oh, dirty knob! What are you doing?
All behind Liv Morgan's back. What's happening there?
Dirty knob.
Mm.
And then out walks Io. Oh. Oh.
And then Roxanne comes out.
Oh.
So we go to the ring, back to the ring for our fourth match. It is the other semifinal of the U.S. title tournament. Austin Theory with Ludwig Kaiser versus Rusev. And Theory, he puts in some good offense, but he's kind of outmatched against Rusev. I mean, this is Rusev we're talking about. He does catch Rusev with an 8-count down and a near fall, a 2 count, but Rusev he takes over. He controls, and then he starts dominating Theory. He super kicks Kaiser off the apron because he tried to get up and distract Rusev to help Theory. So he super kicks him off. He hits a huge super kick on Austin Theory, hits the accolade, and Theory taps out. So Rusev moves on to the finals, and we have our U.S. title tournament finale next week. Ilya Dragunov versus Rusev.
Oh, that's going to be insane.
Backstage in the locker room, we catch up with Jey Uso. And Jay's just kind of sitting on one of the benches in the locker room when Big Jim comes in. And we get the Uso reuniting for the first time. And Jimmy says...
Big Jim.
What?
It said set him straight.
And we see Jimmy saying how he watched last week how Jay reacted after losing the U.S. title match, and how he was just upset, and he looked visibly frustrated and upset, obviously. And Jay says that he's worried about him. He wants to check in, just like a good brother does. So Jay says he's good, nothing to worry about. And they dap up, and Jay walks out. So is Jay really good, or is he hiding stuff from his big brother? Which I only think he's like 2 minutes older, but anyway.
That's enough.
But it's main event time. We've got Gunther and Kevin Owens. Kevin tries to take the advantage early. Gunther stops it. He's not playing around tonight. He chops the life out of Kevin Owens, hitting him with elbows, just like he did to Cena in the retirement tour, hitting elbows. He's going for splash. He even hits splashes on Kevin. He's really pulling out everything to take out to prove a point to Roman, who might be watching.
Nice.
But after all of this, Kevin's still kicking out at 2. He's still putting in the work. And Gunther's starting to get frustrated. He's not got the smile on his face anymore. He's starting to get really upset. So he goes for a drop kick, that big dinosaur drop kick that Cole always calls it. And he hits it, but as he's getting up from the drop kick to do more offense, Roman's music plays.
Oh no.
Gunther gets distracted. He's like, what's Roman doing? Why is Roman out here? So he's looking at the entrance ramp, waiting for Roman to come out, but he never shows. Gunther's staring. Kevin takes advantage, turns him around, hits the stunner. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens pins Gunther.
Oh.
And then,
Get
after
married,
Kevin
buddy.
gets his arm raised and he's celebrating, now we see Roman walk out. And Roman
Played him
walks onto
like
the
a
stage
fool.
and he's got a big smile on his face and he just smiles at Gunther as the show goes off the air.
Played him like a
Man,
fool.
Roman's in Gunther's head as we go to the go home show for Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now we are at the go home show, Monday Night Raw, week 12. We start out, the show opens with Bischoff in the ring. And he says he has some big announcements to make tonight.
He always does.
He's starting off with announcing some matches that are taking place at Judgment Day. He said besides the Intercontinental Championship, Finn and Drew, he's also adding The Miz taking on Rey Mysterio. He's adding Sheamus versus Bronson Reed in a Belfast brawl.
I like it.
He's also adding a six-woman
Ooh.
tag match that's going to take place. And we'll find out the competitors later on tonight. And then we also are going to have the first Money in the Bank qualifying match for Raw. And it will be an 8-man battle royal to see who the first man to go into Money in the Bank will be. So now, after announcing those Judgment Day matches, he's getting ready to explain the John Cena Gauntlet rules when
Okay.
Cena comes out. He's ready to go. He says, I'm out here. I want to hear these rules face to face, Bischoff. So Bischoff goes, so you will start the gauntlet match against an opponent. And every time you beat an opponent, they will get eliminated and a new opponent will come out. If an opponent pins you, then they will be in the WWE Championship match at Judgment Day.
All right. Standard gauntlet rules. Good thing Bishop
And
doesn't have anything up his sleeve.
And Cena goes, well, if somebody beats me, is it over? And he says, oh no, we'll go through all the
Oh,
participants.
of course. He did have something up his sleeve.
So even if you lose, Cena, then the other participants can still have a chance to beat you.
So that they would get a chance at the Judgment Day too?
Yep.
Oh.
So there's going to be all the participants are going to come out. And whoever pins Cena gets into the Judgment Day Championship match. So he's saying Cena's not going to get out of this by just losing the first guy. And then
Cena wouldn't do that.
Finishing it. And Cena looks at him like, are you crazy? I'm not doing that. But so out first, the gauntlet match is starting right now. And out first,
if
it's
Bronson.
Sami Zayn.
I was going to say, if it's Bronson.
Sami Zayn is starting this out.
That's a good one. Okay.
He slides into the ring.
Sami will be fair.
They have a good start to the match. They shake hands, back and forth. Sami's hitting some big moves, catching him. Cena starts getting his momentum going, hits him with the 5-knuckle shuffle, sets up the FU. Sami reverses, pushes him into the corner. He's setting up for the kick. Cena dodges the kick, back up for the FU. 1, 2, 3. Cena beats Sami Zayn. So Cena survives the first one. Cena gets up, he turns around, and now out comes Braun Breaker.
Oh man, what a number 2.
Breaker slides in the ring, goes for the spear on Cena right away, hits Cena with it, goes for the pin, 1, 2. Cena kicks out.
Ooh.
Now he throws him in the corner. He starts beating on Cena. He sets him up. He's getting him up top for the Frankensteiner. Goes for the Frankensteiner on Cena. Cena holds onto the ropes. Braun goes flying into the ring. Cena steps up, hits the flying drop kick on Braun. Goes for the STF. Locks it in. Braun's trying to reach the ropes. Can't reach the ropes. Taps out.
Ooh.
Braun Breaker
That's
has
a
been
big
eliminated
one.
from the gauntlet
Okay.
match. Next up, we get Logan Paul.
Mm.
He's running out there. Cena's starting to feel it. He's getting a little worn down. Logan Paul dives in the ring, starts beating on Cena. Cena can't get his momentum going. Logan Paul basically dominating Cena. He's going for his brass knuck shot. Cena dodges it into the STF.
Nice.
He locks it in. Paul's trying to reach for the ropes. He almost has the ropes, but he has to tap
All
out.
right, Cena. Good job.
So Cena's surviving, but Cena gets up. He turns around and gets hit with another spear by Braun Breaker
Oh, this
out of
guy.
nowhere. Breaker was staying at
He was already eliminated.
at ringside. Takes out Cena. He helps Paul. Gets Paul out of there. Next up is Damian Priest.
Ooh, interesting one.
Damian Priest heads out to the ring. He knows Cena's hurt. He doesn't want to take advantage of it, but he
He's
wants to
got
be
to,
in that
yeah.
main event at Judgment Day. So he picks Cena up. He's going for the arrow, the whatever he calls it,
I think
the razor's edge.
I think he calls it. What does he call that?
I know. I always forget that finisher. Anyway,
Yeah,
he's going for that razor's edge. Cena reverses into FU, hits the FU on Priest out of nowhere. Priest didn't see it coming. 1, 2. Cena survives again.
Nice.
Cena's on his hands and knees. He can barely get up. And all of a sudden, R-Truth's music hit.
Jeez.
R-Truth just won the Royal Rumble last
yeah.
week, so Bischoff's giving him a chance. He slides into the ring. Cena's standing there. He hugs
That's
Cena.
his brother, yeah.
He raises Cena's hand.
Ron Cena.
He points at Cena and says, "You're the champ. You're the champ." And he hugs him again, and then Truth leaves.
Okay.
And goes to the back. Gets counted out. And Cena's just kind of like, what just happened? Okay. So Cena's left, and now he's waiting for his next opponent. Burn it down.
No. Coming off that big win against Finn.
Seth Rollins is making his way out. He slides in the ring.
No, he's laughing the whole way.
Straight away. Oh, yeah, he knows he's got this. Hits Cena with a super kick in the gut. He's setting up for the stomp out of nowhere. Cena pushes him up in the air, catches him into the FU. He goes for the FU, but Rollins dodges it, lands on his feet, hits Cena with a knee shot right to the face, knocks Cena back down. He starts beating on Cena, trying to get an advantage on Cena. He sets up for the pedigree, reverse back into the FU. Seth Rollins is holding on to the ropes. He's trying hard not to get FU'd. Cena breaks him off. He goes for another FU, hits it. He pins Rollins. 1, 2. Rollins gets his foot on the ropes. Cena can't believe it. He can barely stand up. He gets back up. He runs at Seth in the corner. Seth dodges it. Seth hits another super kick right in the gut. Hits the stomp on Cena. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Seth did it. Seth pins John Cena in the number 1 contender match. He's laughing. He's going to Judgment Day in the WWE Championship match. But the next guy comes out. It's AJ Styles. Ooh. AJ slides in the ring, hits the phenomenal elbow on Rollins, knocks him down, starts beating on Rollins, throws Rollins out of the ring. But you see Cena's just laying there. And he's like, I got a chance to win the championship.
Gotta go to Judgment Day.
He gets out of the ring, gets up, hits the 450 off the rope.
450?
What's he do?
Well, this
Why am I blanking on what
this is 40-year-old AJ Styles we're talking about.
What's he do? He did that one splash. What's the splash?
Well, the Fosbury flop.
No. When he jumps off the rope, he would splash people. It wasn't a 450. What was he doing?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe just a splash.
I swear he was doing
I
a
don't remember.
450.
Maybe he was doing, but not in recent memory.
Now he's doing the 450. He's feeling young
Okay.
tonight. Hits it on Cena. 1, 2, 3. Cena
Triple threat.
gets pinned again. AJ's going on to Judgment Day. Seth gets back in the ring, starts beating on AJ, knocking him out. He goes for the stomp. AJ dodges it, hits the Pele on Seth, knocks Seth out of the ring. And all of a sudden, we see somebody slide in from behind.
Yeah.
RKO.
I was about to say it's the perfect time for Orton to come out.
On AJ. AJ is knocked out. Seth tries to get back in the ring, but gets hit with an RKO. And then Cena's wobbling. He turns around. RKO from Orton. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Orton, the last man in the gauntlet, pins Cena 2. And so now we will have a fatal 4-way for the WWE Championship at Judgment Day.
I was gonna say Orton's been saying this whole time that he wants another chance at it. He's not gonna be in the gauntlet.
So Orton's last. He heads out to the ring. He heads out the ring smiling. Cena's laying there.
Yeah, Cena's dead.
He's out cold.
It's like when he got done at the Chamber in New Year's and Edge comes out.
The refs are checking on him. And all of a sudden you hear, boom, boom.
Oh, you gotta
boom,
be kidding
boom,
me.
boom, boom.
It couldn't get worse.
They're trying to hold Cena up. Cena can't believe it. Brock makes his way out.
Oh no.
Slides into the ring.
Takes the cowboy hat
stares
off.
at Cena. Cena's like looking at him. He can barely move. Brock just laughs, picks him up.
Oh, no.
F5. Cena's down.
Ugh.
Brock stands there, keeps laughing. Gets back out of the ring. Cena's out cold. And that's how we end the gauntlet match.
Maybe Brock made his choice.
So Brock heads to the back. Cena is getting carried out by the refs.
They gotta pick him off, like scrape him off the mat at this point.
He got obliterated. And Bischoff, we go to the back. Bischoff's watching on the
Of course
TV.
he is.
He's laughing. He says Cena got what he deserved. And that Cena better stop getting in his way whenever he's trying to do something. Because,
we're just waiting for him to get what he deserves.
Yeah, Cena's about to lose that title, and Bischoff's gonna be laughing the whole way. So next up, we have a match between Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champ, teaming up with Rey Mysterio, to take on Drew McIntyre and The Miz. Pretty good match. Rey gets in there. He's trying to take out Drew, but Drew overpowers him. Finn gets the tag. He's trying to break up the stuff. Miz gets in there. He gets beat up the whole time. Then Drew gets a blind tag on The Miz. Finn knocks Miz in the corner. He's going up for coup de grace. But Drew gets in there, knocks him off. Rey gets the tag. Rey lines up Drew for the 619. Hits the 619 on Drew. He's going up to hit him with the splash. Drew dodges it. Rey lands, but turns around right into a Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Rey takes the pin every single time. Drew beats him. Finn's on the outside holding the title. Drew's pointing at him, says he's going to take that title at Judgment Day. And then we go to a commercial. Then when we come back, Charlotte Flair comes out with the title. She says that she proved once again last week that she is the greatest women's wrestler of all time and that nobody can defeat her. Bianca comes out and says that she got lucky last week that she's going to take that title from Charlotte. Charlotte laughs at her, and then Bianca slaps her in the face, and they start brawling. And then out of nowhere, Lash Legend comes out and starts beating on Bianca from behind. Then Bayley comes out, and Jordan Grace both come out.
It's getting crazy.
And start beating on Lash and Charlotte. And then we get Tiffany Stratton comes out.
Everybody's coming out.
And she's trying to help Charlotte.
Where's the security?
Then Becky comes out, and she starts beating on Tiffany from all the stuff that's been happening.
I hope that everybody's music plays, too.
Yeah, and they're even doing like the pyro and everything.
Yeah,
Before they
they all got
run
to get
down
their
the
stuff
ring.
in. Yeah,
They're doing the Jeff Hardy.
it's the Jeff Hardy before he goes to save Matt.
And then finally, Jade music
Oh,
plays. All of the girls are brawling in the
the
ring.
storm is
Jade
coming,
comes out, starts laying out everybody,
just like she did in the
throwing
Rumble.
people out of the ring, smoking people. Jade standing tall in the ring. Everybody else is laid out on the outside. Then we go back to Bischoff, who says that we're gonna have he said that he was gonna announce the six women's tag from earlier, and so he's decided that Charlotte's gonna team with Tiffany Stratton and Last Legend
Mm.
to take on Jordan Grace, Naomi, and either Becky Lynch or Bianca Belair, whoever it doesn't win the women's number one contender match for later tonight.
Okay.
So that match will happen at Judgment Day. So then we get a match for the World Tag Team number one contenders. It's the War Raiders taking on the New Day, taking on Alpha Academy. We get a bunch of big time shots in. We got Ivar and Otis going head to head, two big giants beating on each other. The New Day kind of stay out of it the whole time.
Smart.
And then Woods gets a blind tag on Ivar, gets in the ring. Tozawa's in there, hits Tozawa with the
No,
TKO.
poor Tozawa.
1, 2, 3. New Day pull off the win. They get another shot at the Lucha Bros.
Oh, not these guys again winning the match.
All of a sudden, Lucha Bros music plays. They come out and they say they're happy the New Day won. They were hoping this would happen. So Penta tells Phoenix to go get the surprise.
Mm.
So Phoenix runs to the back. He comes back out with a giant ladder.
Oh, okay.
And Penta says he has Cero Miedo and that it's going to be a ladder match at Judgment Day between Lucha Bros and the New Day.
All right.
And he said he's going to put Woods through the ladder.
Ooh.
And Woods is like freaking out in the ring.
It's a
He's
comically
like, "Oh,
large ladder too. It's like 30 feet tall.
yes. Yeah, it's like it's like the in the cartoon
Where he just
where
keeps
like
pulling it.
he has the beginning of it
Yeah.
and he comes out and
And
then
then he
at
has the end
he's
of it
on
as
the
well.
back too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So then we go to the back and the camera guy's running backstage because he heard something happen, and it's Sheamus and Bronson Reed
Oh,
brawling
no.
backstage, throwing each other into stuff. Bronson's going to
That's a
slam
lot of
Sheamus
meat.
in the wall, but Sheamus moves. Bronson Reed runs straight into the wall. Sheamus hits him with the trash can. He ends up hitting a bro kick on Bronson Reed. He's still beating on him. Security comes. They're trying to break it up. They got Sheamus held back. Reed gets up, slams into everybody, Sheamus and all the security guys, knocks them all down. He picks up Sheamus, takes him straight into a windshield of a car, slams Sheamus onto the car windshield. Then he gets up on top of the little section they have
No.
there and hits a tsunami
No.
on top of the car hood
Oh, man.
onto Sheamus, and they're both laid out after that.
Right before their
And
match?
security ends up. Well, it's a Belfast brawl.
Oh,
It's
man.
going to get intense.
I don't know. Sheamus can walk now.
So security breaks them up, pulls them apart. So they finally got some order there, and now we come to our main event. It is the final women's number one contender match. It is Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Chelsea Green.
All right. Chelsea Green.
So Chelsea kind of tries to start and is like, yeah, I can take you both. And Becky and Belair kind of look at each other and laugh and lay Chelsea out, and she leaves. So then Belair and Lynch go back and forth, keep hitting each other with big time moves, big boot. Becky's hitting suplexes everywhere. Chelsea goes up to the top, tries to hit a crossbody on both of them. They catch her. They throw her right back over the top rope. They go back at it. Belair's trying to hit her finish, and all of a sudden Charlotte comes out and attacks Bianca. But then Lynch sees it, and she tries to help Bianca. So she starts attacking Flair, and then Tiffany comes
Oh,
out
not again.
and it starts attacking Becky. So now all four of them are brawling in the ring. And then Jade's music plays again. Jade comes back out again, slides in the ring, clotheslines both Flair and Stratton, lays them both out. throws out Flair, throws out Stratton, turns around, stares down Becky and Bianca, who are both trying to get up, lays out Bianca with a huge boot, and stands over, and then leaves the ring. Becky turns around, and is like, okay. So she just crawls over onto Bianca, pins her.
Mm.
1, 2, 3.
Ugh.
Becky advances to the elimination match at Judgment Day as Jade stands tall over everybody
Man.
and says she's going to take the
Bianca.
title. So now Bianca is going on to the 6-man tag match at Judgment Day. That since Becky beat her. And that's how we end Raw 12 heading into Judgment Day.
Man, some hot stuff happening.
Mm-hmm. It was mostly centered on the Cena thing.
Yeah.
So, poor Cena. He's got some problems. Now we head to SmackDown. Go home show.
All right. So we've got SmackDown Week 12. And we open SmackDown with the GM, William Regal. So he comes down to open the show. And he's coming down to the ring to explain the fallout from Punk and the Masked Man. And Regal said he's just as tired as Punk is of these games that the Masked Man's been playing since the Elimination Chamber. And basically, he gives the Masked Man an ultimatum. He says either he comes down, takes off the mask, and reveals himself, or Regal's going to have him arrested for trespassing. Because basically, Regal doesn't know. I mean, this guy could be just a random person at this point. He doesn't know who it is. So he's going to have him arrested for trespassing if he doesn't take the mask off. And then all of a sudden, the lights go out in the ring. And when they come back on, we see
Undertaker.
No, you have Undertaker.
That's right.
We see William Regal laid out on his chest and knocked out in the ring. And he's bloody and beaten.
Oh, Will.
And then there's a note on his back. And the camera kind of zooms in and we see what the note says. And it says, "Not quite yet."
Don't forget milk.
Uh,
Oh, they had to flip it over. Sorry.
the production guy put it the wrong side.
I was like, oh, crap. No, that was my wife sent me that. Sorry.
So then we go
Ooh,
backstage.
it's getting intense.
And we see Javon Evans and Jim Uso talking. And Javon says how crazy it is that the Masked Man, because they were watching on the monitor. They saw how crazy it is that the Masked Man's just running wild in the company right now and on the roster, and he's attacking Regal like that. So they're going on, they're talking, they're having a conversation. And Javon says that it's so awesome that he gets to wrestle Jay because he grew up watching the Usos. He loved the Usos, and he can't wait to wrestle him.
Subtle shade.
He can't wait to fight Jay. He's so excited to face him. But then he says, "It's gonna suck because I gotta beat him though."
Mm-hmm.
And so we go to our first match: Javon Evans versus Jey Uso. Javon puts on a show like he always does. He's hitting crazy athletic moves. He's doing insane top rope spots. He's just bouncing off the walls on Jey Uso. And Jay really hasn't been able to keep up. He's not experienced with this type of offense before.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jay, he's trying to do whatever he can. He's trying to hit super kicks. He's missing. He's trying to hit clotheslines and just whatever he can to try to hit Javon. But Javon's dodging everything. He's one step ahead of Jay. Jay seems a little off. Javon goes for the OG cutter. 1, 2, 3. Javon Evans beats Jey Uso. Another match where Jay just didn't look himself and he falls a little bit short. So after the match,
jump over the rope and miss. That's classic Jay.
So Jay, he's after the match. He's looking frustrated. He goes outside the ring towards like commentary, and he starts tearing up the commentary table. He starts kicking the steel steps. He starts crashing out. Basically, he's screaming. He's yelling. He might even throw a couple cuss words in there every once in a while. But we're on streaming. We're not on USA Network, so so they don't blur it out.
That's good at least.
And Jay's just crashing out. So then we go backstage and we see Dom Mysterio. And he's kind of just backstage doing his own thing when Liv, Roxanne, and Raquel come up. And Liv, I mean, she watches the product. She watched the interview back. She saw in the background what Dom and Rhea were doing, or what they were
No.
perceived to be doing. So she starts
Mm,
questioning Dom about why he walked out of the same room Rhea did. Why were they even
mhm.
in the same room together? Dom says it's not a big
That's
deal.
true.
And Liv says, well, it looked a lot like what you and I did when Rhea was gone.
No.
And Liv storms away in frustration. And Raquel comes up to Dom before she leaves. And she says something in Spanish. And then in English, she says, you really screwed up this time, Dom. So we go to the ring for the finals of the number one contender U.S. title tournament, Ilya Dragunov versus
Mhm,
Rusev. And this
mhm.
match, I mean, it may be it might be the most physical match, certainly the most physical match of the tournament, maybe the most
Yeah,
physical match of this entire year.
no, probably.
Rusev is delivering some devastating chops, but Ilya is giving them right back.
Nice.
They're just chopping back and forth. It basically looks like both their chests looks like hamburger meat is how bad they're chopping each other.
Goodness.
Ilya gets caught with doesn't he call this super kick the Machka kick? Is that what he calls it?
I think so.
Whatever. This he hits the super kick
Don't
on
ask me about finisher. I don't know nothing.
and on Dragunov. But Dragunov kicks out at two. Rusev goes for the accolade, locks it in, and really wrenches on the back and neck of Ilya. It looks for a while like Ilya is going to pass out. He's been in it for a few minutes now. He's trying, grasping for the ropes, but he just can't get it. Rusev's got his base locked down. He's not moving, and
Mhm.
so Ilya it looks like he's gonna pass out, but the crowd is starting to get behind Ilya. They're clapping, they're building the momentum. Ilya's feeling it. He's starting to hulk up. He's pumping up, and
Ooh.
he gets up onto his feet, and he picks up Rusev, and now he's carrying Rusev on his back, and he drops. It gives a back body drop, drops him down. Um, they both get back up. Rusev goes for the super kick again, but this time Dragunov ducks it, hits the torpedo Moscow off the ropes, and then goes for the H bomb. Boom! Connects on it. 1, 2, 3. Ilya beats Rusev and will win the U.S. title tournament to face Pete Dunne at No Way Out.
Oh.
But then we see Dunn's music hit, and he comes out to the stage. He's got the title in his mouth like he does with all his titles, and
Hmm.
and they have a little bit of a stare down. That's going to be a crazy match.
That is pretty crazy.
So we go backstage and we see LA Knight backstage, and he's cutting a promo on Logan Paul,
Oh.
and he's saying how much of a waste of talent Logan Paul is, and he's talking about
Oh.
how he thinks that or how Logan Paul thinks he's a WWE superstar, but he's really just a Make-A-Wish kid.
Oh. Ouch.
Yeah, LA Knight really laid into him. So we go back to the ring to see Fraxium back on the show versus the Street
Okay.
Profits, the former tag champs.
Forgot they existed.
Hmm?
I forgot Fraxim even existed.
So Montez and Frazier start the match off, and they're going crazy. They got great chemistry between these two teams. Ford's tagging in Dawkins. They're teaming up on Frazier and Axiom. Dawkins is using his power to overwhelm both Frazier and Axiom. And as the match goes
Mhm.
on, the Profits are looking really good. They're looking like they've got the advantage, looking like they're going to win. But then all of a sudden, those darn Good Brothers come out of the crowd again, and they
Good
storm the ring
brothers.
and they destroy both teams, forcing the
Oh,
ref to call
both
for a no
teams.
contest. And as Gallows and Anderson are beating down both teams, commentary calls these two thugs and questions if they're even signed. Have they even signed contracts yet? Is this a Scott Hall Kevin Nash situation? Like, what do
Oh
we got
God,
going on here? They're just in street
bringing the
clothes beating up whoever
NWO.
they
What's
want.
happening? NWO's coming.
End of his coming. Gallows and Anderson end up standing tall and then leave. They jump the barricade and leave through the crowd again. Unbelievable.
Okay.
These Good Brothers.
The heathens.
They're heathen. They're thugs. So we go back to William Regal, who's in the doctor's room, getting checked up, getting looked at, and
Mhm.
Chad Gable comes in, and Regal asks, he's tired of everything so far. He's got bandages on his face and everything. He doesn't want to deal with what Gable's got, so he's frustrated. He asks what Gable wants, And Chad says he just wanted to check in and see how the GM was doing, see if he was okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Regal looks at Gable annoyed, and he says, what do you really want?" And so Gable says that he noticed that the locker room is kind of on edge since this masked man's been running on the loose, and nobody really knows who it is. Maybe somebody's got a theory here and there, but nobody really knows. Everybody's just kind
Oh,
of walking on
nice subtle
eggshells,
wordplay
basically.
there.
What?
I said nice subtle wordplay there. Everybody's got a theory. Oh, oh, I caught that.
And so everybody's
Interesting.
basically walking on eggshells. Nobody wants to really do anything about it, but they're all kind of scared of the masked man. They don't know who he's going to attack next, or if he's just focused on Punk, what's going on. So
Mm-hmm.
Gable says he wants to be the guy to find out who the masked man is. And so he asks
Okay.
Regal if he can start this journey to try to find who the masked man is. And Regal reluctantly agrees.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to our fourth match. It is a number one contender for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Lyra Valkyria versus Julia. Lyra and
Okay, man.
Julia going crazy. Crowd's really getting into it. They're saying this is awesome. They're really into it at the whole match. And even at one
Mm-hmm.
point, after they say this is awesome, they say holy s holy. They're going crazy.
I like it.
And Lyra goes for the Nightwing, but of course Nikki Bella shows up.
Ugh.
And she distracts Lyra, allowing Julia to hit the Northern Lights bomb. 1, 2, 3. Julia
Mm.
becomes the new number one contender, but that darn
Ooh,
Nikki Bella,
get Nikki out of here.
she's a legend.
Ugh.
And then we go backstage, but it's not really backstage. It's Gunther cutting a pre-taped promo on Roman Reigns. He's not at the. He couldn't be bothered to show up to the show. He's too angry. So he just cuts a promo on Roman Reigns, talking about how
Makes
Roman
sense.
could never even dream of being on the same level as Gunther. And he says Roman's going to regret ever costing Gunther the Royal Rumble. And now we've got the World Heavyweight title contract signing
Oh.
in the main event. CM Punk comes out first, and as he makes his way down to the ring, he grabs a mic and he asks Regal, because Regal's in the ring back now from the locker room, or from the doctor's room,
Mhm.
to officiate the contract signing. And Punk asks him how he's doing, and Regal says he's doing fine, but obviously it was like off mic. And next, Obafemi comes out, and he's doing his little shimmy down to the ring like he always does,
Mhm.
and he's feeling confident. So Regal starts the proceedings, and he goes over the standard procedures of a contract signing, telling the crowd that Punk's got to sign, Oba's got to sign, all the usual stuff of a contract signing. So Punk signs it, and Oba he pushes it over to Oba. Oba signs it, and then they both get up. Punk grabs the title, and they have a little stare down.
Okay.
And um, they're face to face. Obviously, Oba's a lot taller, so they're Punk's face to chest, really.
Mhm.
And the copyright logo comes up. The show's going off the air, and then the needle drops. Brock Lesnar's music hits,
Oh, there we go.
and Brock he's doing his entrance. He's doing the hop, the bounce around. He does the pyro. He gets pyro because he does the little
Nice.
ah, and he comes down to the ring. He gets up on the apron, looks at Oba, says "Big boy," and he gets in the ring. Oba steps up to him, but Brock grabs him by the neck, throws him out over the top rope and out of the ring. And then Brock turns around, stares at Punk, and smiles at him, grabs him, F5 through the table for the contract signing.
Oh, plug.
And Punk's out. Punk is out. But the show's not over just yet,
Oh.
because we see a panicked cameraman sprinting backstage. We cut to a live feed of this cameraman running backstage to catch up to the commotion. There's security and there's producers. I'm sure Jamie Noble's there, and
Always.
Gregory Helms and Kenny Dykstra. All of them are there, and they're all surrounded, huddled around a downed Chad Gable,
Oh,
laying
Chad.
face down on the ground, just
Shouldn't
completely
have
knocked
gotten
out
involved.
on the concrete floor. And
Shouldn't have got involved.
we hear them call for the producers, and everybody's calling for the doctor, and everybody's panicking, trying to say, we need to get doctors over here, as officially SmackDown goes off the air.
Oh, Chad. Should have minded your own
He
business.
should have. All right, so now we've got 4 weeks of TV done. It's time for the pay-per-views. Which one do you want to do first? You want to do yours or mine?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. So we've got No Way Out.
From
And
Boston.
the pyro is going crazy to open the show. Cole and Wade Barrett are opening the show and everything, and they're saying what an amazing night we got up for you. And the first match is about to get underway. Now, I did want to mention one thing before we get started.
Yeah.
My No Way Out pay-per-view has 2 steel cage matches
Oh.
because obviously it's No Way Out. There's going to be No Way Out for a couple of people.
Regal
So-
should have announced that.
What?
Regal should have told us that beforehand.
Yeah, but he's had to deal with the Masked Man.
I didn't know what I was getting into.
And so, well, you bought the pay-per-view. And so,
It was free on the cock.
yeah. And so our first match is one of those 2 steel cage matches. Lyra Valkyria versus Nikki Bella in a grudge match. So Nikki comes out first, but she's got a mic in her hand. And she's
Why?
she's coming down to the entrance ramp. She's trash talking. She's testing the cage walls, like moving them back and forth, seeing if they're strong. And she's talking trash to the crowd, saying how she's this legendary Hall of Famer and how awesome she is, and how Lyra doesn't stand a chance. So then Lyra comes down, but she doesn't waste any time. She's not testing the strength of the cage. She sprints into the cage door and starts like spearing Nikki and tackling her to the ground.
Oh, goodness.
So now Nikki and Lyra are into it. The bell rings and Lyra's wailing on Nikki. They're going back. It's almost like a cat fight. If Joey Styles were here, he'd be saying, "Cat fight! Cat fight!" I mean, they're rolling around the ring, just throwing haymakers at each other. And they're going back and forth until Nikki catches her in all the frustration. And we see Lyra finally starting to show that mean streak that she's got. She's frustrated with all this Nikki distraction and attacking her backstage and stuff.
Good.
So Lyra really is beating down Nikki. She's hitting her with some huge moves, bouncing her off the cage, all kinds of stuff. But Nikki's able to turn the tables eventually and take control. Lyra, she throws Lyra into the cage walls over and over again. She's really just bashing her head in, grating her head against the cage, doing all that kind of stuff. Nikki attempts the Rack Attack 2.0, but Lyra reverses it, rolls her up, 1, 2, but Nikki kicks out just barely. Lyra runs the ropes, and so does Nikki. They both go after opposite sides of the ropes, and they collide with 2 clotheslines, taking them both down.
Nice.
Deeper into the match, Lyra starts to climb the cage. She gets to the top, but she doesn't go over the top.
Oh.
She stands at the top and moonsaults off onto Nikki Bella, connecting with her.
Crazy.
So she goes for the cover. 1, 2, but Nikki just gets the shoulder up. How could she do it? Maybe she's really got what it takes.
She's
Maybe
like
this
50.
isn't just
What
a
are you
retirement
doing here?
tour. Lyra can't believe it. She's freaking out. She's trying to figure out, if I can't beat her with a moonsault off the cage, what can I do to beat this girl? So she realizes that she's got to try to go for it all. So she hits the Nightwing, or she attempts to hit the Nightwing, but Nikki reverses into the Rack Attack 2.0. 1, 2, 3. Nikki Bella catches the win over Lyra in the cage. And after the match, she's trash talking Lyra as she's still down.
Of course she is.
So we see William Regal backstage, and he's talking to Chad Gable, asking him how he's doing, if he's doing fine after the attack on Friday. And Gable says, "See, he's good to go. He's ready." And Regal asks Gable, "What?"
He's lying.
And Regal says, he asked Gable to try and do everything he can to reveal who the Masked Man is, because the Masked Man's going to be wrestling tonight. And so Chad Gable is going to have to do everything he can to pull that mask off and reveal who it is. Our second match of the night is a 3-way tag match between the MFTs, Fraxium, and the Street Profits. We've got JC Mateo and Talatonga representing the MFTs for this one. And
Mm-hmm.
Mateo, Frazier, and Ford are the three members of each team that start the match. And it's a bang bang match. I mean, you got bodies flying everywhere. You got Montez jumping over the ropes. You got Fraxium going crazy. Mateo's trying to use his power to control, but it's chaos. Drowning Pool would be happy. I mean, bodies are flying everywhere. They're hitting the floor. It's crazy. Mateo tags in Talatonga and he starts wrecking house. He's cleaning up. He's using his height, his power to take down Fraxium, to take down Ford and Dawkins. And he takes out Dawkins and Ford, and then he goes for Axiom, but the Profits get back in the ring and they start going after him, and now everybody's teaming up on him. But Tala was able to tag in Mateo before the Profits got in. And so Mateo
Nice.
goes for to break up everything. But when he gets in, he tries to hit Frazier with the Tour of the Islands, his finisher, but
Mm-hmm.
Frazier is able to reverse out of it, roll Mateo up, and catch him with a
Oh,
one,
no
two,
way.
three.
No
Fraxium,
way.
Fraxium steals it. They get the win, and Mateo, he's stunned. He's like, "How did that even happen? I was trying to get off the Profits off of Tala, and all of a sudden I'm pinned." And so we see the camera looks at like the Tongans, and they look at Tala, and
Mm-hmm.
we see they're just looking frustrated at Mateo. They're like, how could you lose this? You're literally twice Frazier's size."
Yeah.
So they're frustrated with Mateo. And then backstage, we got Chad Gable getting ready in the locker room, and Punk
Oh,
comes in.
Chad.
Punk comes in.
Okay.
He's heavily taped up though. Punk's got the tape on his ribs from the attack from Brock. So
Mm-hmm.
Punk and Gable both not doing very well right now.
No.
So Punk comes in and he says he wishes that he could be the one to reveal who the Masked Man is, to get his hands on the Masked Man. But since it's not going to be him, he hopes that Gable's able to expose the Masked Man for the fraud that he is. Gable says
Nice.
he's going to do just that. And then Gable and Punk kind of have a little bit of a sort of intense stare down because obviously there's a little bit of tension between the two. And then
Does Punk have any
Gable walks
friends?
away. What?
Punk have any friends?
I mean, not really.
Every time he turns around, someone's staring at him intently.
He's got HA.
Yeah, true.
So we go
That's
to our
not
third
bad.
match: Stephanie Vaquer versus Blake Monroe.
Ooh.
So Stephanie, she starts hot, taking the offense right to Blake. She's hitting Blake with a barrage of blows, just really working down Blake. Blake got caught off guard. Thought she would win this match just like she beat her earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And so she seems a little bit overwhelmed. But she does eventually take control, and she hits Vaquer with some really big moves, even getting a near fall every once in a while. But Stephanie's gets the control back, hits the Devil's Kiss, ah, and she goes for the SVB, hits that, hits the corkscrew moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Stephanie gets her win back.
Nice.
We go backstage, and it's not really, it's just gorilla position. We see Chad Gable in gorilla, about ready to make his entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And then Regal catches up to him. And
Okay.
Regal gives him one final pep talk and makes sure he makes sure that Gable knows the plan. He knows that he needs to put an end to this insanity tonight. Gable nods and he heads through the curtain. And we get our
Nice.
fourth match of the night, the second steel cage match, Chad Gable and the Masked Man.
Ooh, that's intense.
Gable makes his entrance. He looks determined. He's got some bruising. He's got some little bit of that bandage on his forehead. He's got some rib tape, and he's got some of that black athletic tape or whatever that holds your muscles together.
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff. He's bandaged up.
Yeah,
And then the
impressive.
Masked Man makes his entrance, but he doesn't make his entrance with any music. He just comes out kind of
Through the
Tommaso
crowd.
Ciampa at Takeover with boos and confusion from the crowd. They don't really know what to make of this guy.
Yeah.
So he walks down, he gets in the cage, and Gable doesn't really even know what to make of him. This is the first time we've seen this Masked Man kind of for this long where we can really get a good look at what he's all about.
Mm-hmm.
So The match begins and Gable goes on the offensive. He's trying to hit big moves, German suplexes galore. I mean, Brock Lesnar suplex city-esque. He's hitting suplexes like crazy. And all through all of this offense, he's trying to rip that mask off multiple different times, but he can't seem to get it. He can't seem to get a good enough grip on the mask to pull it off. Every time he tries, the masked man's able to just elude him right at the last second.
Mm-hmm.
And the masked man catches him one time trying to take the mask off, takes control, and starts pounding Gable with a very aggressive style. Like he's really just working Gable with aggressive moves and physical moves.
Okay.
Deep into the match, both men are pretty worn down. You can see the masked man starting to gasp for air. He's starting to slow down. Gable's obviously pretty tired after getting beat up on Friday.
We never established this.
Oh, what?
But what kind of mask is it?
I kind of envisioned
like a ski mask?
No, that's too easy to take off. I kind of
MJF
envisioned. Do you remember
mask?
the video game Army of Two?
Oh, like one of those.
Yeah, like a mask that has like buckles or something.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of envisioned something like that.
So kind of like MJF's mask
Yeah, kind of like MGS mask.
when he wears that devil mask.
Yeah,
It kind of has
something that's a little bit more difficult, obviously, to take off.
Gotcha. I was just curious.
Yeah, sorry.
We just never talked about that part.
Yeah. So they're both pretty worn down, and the masked man gets up first. He attempts to climb the cage. Gable goes and meets him there. He goes for a chaos theory off the ropes from the cage, but he doesn't. He's not able to get a full grip, and the masked man pulls his leg up and low blows Gable.
Ow.
Gable falls off the ropes off the cage. He collapses to the ground. The masked man finishes the climb, drops to the floor, and wins.
Oh.
William Regal comes down to the top of the stage. He's very angry. He's demanding that the masked man take his mask off and reveal himself. But the masked man just hops the barricade and leaves through the crowd. So we still don't know who he is.
Oh, man.
And then backstage...
I know who it is.
Do you?
No, not really.
And then backstage, Javon Evans, he's watching the monitor. He loves watching the product. So he's reacting to what we just saw. And then Kevin Owens comes up to him. And Javon asks Kevin if he can believe what just happened. You believe what's going on? And Kevin tells Javon that he better focus on himself instead of worrying about what others are doing. Rookie.
Why is Kevin always got to be such a dick?
Rookie. And so Javon says, bet. I'll see you in the ring on Friday. Prove what I got.
Okay.
Sassy from Javon.
Man.
Fifth match of the night, the U.S. title. Pete Dunne defending against Ilya Dragunov, the winner of the tournament. And it's a classic NXT UK matchup. I mean, what did you expect? You got Pete Dunne, you got Ilya Dragunov. Did you expect anything less?
No.
Dunne's doing his joint manipulation. It's working on Dragunov. He's breaking the fingers. He's bending them in all different kinds of ways they're not supposed to bend. But Dragunov's hitting some crazy, violent chops on Dunne. And as the match goes on, it just keeps getting more violent. They keep stepping each other up and really just wearing each other down. Mm-hmm. And they can barely stand. They can each barely get up after just the massive beating that they've each put on each other. So finally, Ilya, he doesn't have anything left. He tries to go for the Torpedo Moscow, but as he goes for it, Dunne catches him into a pile driver and hits it. And then picks him up, hits the bitter end. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Pete Dunne retains.
Pete Dunne's doing great.
Pete. Our sixth match of the night is the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Roxanne Perez defending against Julia.
Okay, here we go.
Roxanne comes out and she's looking confident. She's got Raquel by her side. Julia looks just as confident as she's ever looked. And the match begins. And Roxanne starts hot. She's looking good the whole match. She's going crazy. She's hitting some moves. She's catching Julia. But during the match, Julia stuns Roxanne with one of those spinning elbows and hits the Northern Lights bomb. And 1, 2, 3, Julia wins.
Oh,
it's a deeper match. I just didn't go into it.
That's fine.
And then Julia wins the IC title, and Roxanne she's kind of dazed and confused after the elbow and the Northern Lights. She's kind of shocked as she lost the title, and Julia celebrates.
That's huge.
And we've reached the main event, the match we've all been waiting for. CM
Mhm.
Punk defends against Oba Femi.
Mm.
Punk tries to take the early advantage because he knows that he doesn't have a good chance in this match.
Yeah.
So he tries to get it, but he soon realizes that Oba is no normal opponent that he's faced. So Oba just slaps Punk away like he's a fly. Just slaps him away. And he really dominates Punk. He's putting in the work on Punk. He's slamming him down. He's tossing him all around the ring, kind of like what he did to Kevin.
Yeah.
And Punk's really feeling it. I mean, Punk is blown up. He's gassed. We're five
Let's
minutes
hope.
in. I'm just kidding.
Yes, we
I'm just
are.
kidding. Punk the look on Punk's face. The camera pans in on it. You can tell Punk is nervous. He's worried. He's like, "How am I going to beat this guy?" It's the look of somebody
You're
who
not.
he doesn't know what to do against a threat like Oba.
Hmm.
But being the wily vet that he is, Punk finds a way to really catch Oba. He works him over. He gets some very close near falls, some 2.9999999. But Oba's
Hmm.
just able to get the shoulder up each time. Punk tries to hit the GTS, but the crowd knows he can't get him up. He's blown up at this point. He can't. He's trying to lift him, but Oba's just too much for him. So under the Punk realizes the weight that he's got on his shoulders as he's trying to get him up. Oba collapses on top of Punk. Oba, he's nearing the win. He's starting to realize that this is actually going to happen for him. So he picks Punk up. He goes for the fall from grace when all of a sudden somebody runs the ring,
Who is it?
but we don't know just yet
We
because
really
Punk
don't know.
reverses and they go crashing to the outside into the ref. The ref gets knocked out and they get crashed in. And so
Uh-oh.
as Oba gets up, we see who the person ran the ring is. It's Jacob Fatu.
What?
We haven't seen Jacob Fatu since Oba put him on the shelf
I forgot about Jacob.
when he put him through the car at
Right.
Elimination Chamber.
I totally forgot about that.
Exactly. So Fatu hits the ring, takes out Oba with a couple of super kicks. Oba's rocked. He's stunned, but he's staying on his feet. And Jacob hits one more super kick. It finally chops the tree that is Oba. He falls to the ground. Fatu goes up and hits that moonsault that he does.
Hmm.
And he leaves. Oba hits it, or Fatu hits it on Oba, leaves the ring. Punk realizes the situation. The ref is eventually able to get in the ring. He didn't see what Jacob did.
Hmm.
And the ref crawls into the ring. Punk is just army crawling his way, clawing at the mat to try to pull his weight to Oba. He eventually gets an arm on top of Oba's chest. Ref counts a slow one. 1, 2, 3. Punk is able to just barely, by the skin of his teeth, retain the title over Oba, thanks to the help of Fatu. And Punk doesn't really even know that that Fatu did that.
Hmm.
And as Punk is celebrating, Oba uh, looks up. Oba starts to wake up from unconsciousness. He looks up and he sees Jacob Fatu standing in the aisleway, and they lock eyes as we close the pay per view. A returning Jacob Fatu, and that, by the way, is the first loss for Oba Femi.
I was about to say, I don't think he's got even touched.
No, he had not lost, but now Jacob Fatu is on his radar.
Well, that's what Punk does. He buries people.
And we
very
moved
Oba
to
Femi.
that was on Saturday. We moved to Sunday with Judgment Day.
Here we go. Judgment Day starts out. Big time pay per view. We start out in the back. Bischoff welcomes everybody to Judgment Day. He says tonight we're going to see crazy things happen, and we're going to get started on the road to WrestleMania tonight.
Ooh.
And we're starting out hot with the World Tag Team Championship ladder match.
All right.
We got the Lucha Bros and the New Day. They're going to fight forever. It's never going to end.
I like it.
They come out. Lucha Penta's goal in this is to put Woods through the ladder,
Yep.
just like he did to Kofi. So they start going at it, back and forth. Penta gets that ladder set up pretty quick into the match.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back and forth. At one point, Phoenix hits a suicide dive on Kofi on the back.
Nice.
He sets up Kofi onto the announcer table, starting out quickly with that. Woods hits him from behind with the steel chair. He puts Phoenix on there, gets Kofi off. Then he goes over and hits Penta with the steel chair. Kofi gets into the ring, hits a springboard splash onto Phoenix through the announcer table. Woods is trying to climb up. Penta gets in the ring. He grabs Woods' foot. Woods is like, "No, don't touch me, don't touch me." And Penta goes, "Cero, Miedo."
With the crowd, yeah.
Pulls him off onto his shoulders, hits him with a spike. What is that? What's that called?
What is it?
Like an FU, but he holds onto him and spikes him on the.
Oh, like
Why am I
what do they
blanking
call
on
it?
what
Like
that move's called?
you're not a Uranagi,
No,
uh
whatever.
kind
You
of
know
like a
what I'm
Death Valley
talking.
Driver, a little bit.
Yeah, Death Valley Driver. Eric Young used that move all the time.
Okay.
There we go. Got it. Death Valley Driver hits it on Woods.
Or a Michinoku driver. That's what the word I was looking
Could
for.
could be that. Penta Driver.
Yeah,
We'll
Penta
just
driver.
call it that. So Penta starts climbing. Kofi gets back in the ring, hits a Trouble in Paradise on the back of Penta's head,
Ooh.
knocks him down. Kofi thinks he can start climbing, but Phoenix finally gets back up. He springs Woods off the ropes onto the ladder. They start beating each other up on top of the ladder. Penta and Woods start fighting next to the ladder. Penta hits a super kick into Woods, who then hits the ladder and knocks both Phoenix and Kofi off, but both of them land on the top rope.
Oh, nice.
It's standing on the top rope. And they look at each other, and then Phoenix jumps off, drop kicks Kofi. Kofi goes flying out into the thing.
That's a good
Phoenix
spot.
lands in the ring. Then we get back out there, and Penta's working on Woods. He's trying to put Woods through the ladder. He's got him in the position for a pile driver. All of a sudden, Kofi out of nowhere hits Trouble in Paradise on Penta, and then Woods picks him up, hits the TKO through the ladder. Penta's out. Kofi starts climbing the ladder. Phoenix is starting to climb the other side. Woods gets back in the ring. He goes underneath the ladder and pulls Phoenix's feet through the ladder.
Oh man.
Phoenix gets stuck in the ladder. He can't reach. Kofi climbs up, takes the titles.
No.
The New Day are again the World
They did it
Tag Team
again.
Champions, beating the Lucha Brothers in the ladder match.
These guys.
Kofi standing at the top, celebrating. Woods is freaking out. He's crying. And your New Day are your tag champs again.
Man.
Next up, we got Money in the Bank qualifying, 8-man battle royal. We got Grayson Waller, R-Truth, Aleister Black, Solo Sikoa, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Braun Breaker, and Sami Zayn.
That's a stacked battle royal.
Uh-huh. So it starts out brawling. The first thing that happens, though, is Waller's ticked off for what Truth did to him a couple weeks ago. Waller attacks Truth from behind, starts beating him up. He goes to throw him out. Truth reverses, throws out Waller over the top rope. Waller's the first one eliminated. But R-Truth turns around and gets speared by Braun Breaker and thrown right out over the top rope, too. So now we got 6 guys left. It kind of splits up into being faces versus heels. You got Damian Priest and Sami Zayn are getting beat up. Braun and Paul are beating up Priest in the corner. Black and Solo are beating up Sami Zayn. They finally turn around. They do the spot where like Zayn gets thrown into the middle of the ring and Priest gets thrown in the ring, and they kind of do like the grab arms and spin, and then go back around and clothesline everybody else.
Nice.
So they start teaming up to help each other out. Sami Zayn ends up hitting a Luva kick on Aleister Black that knocks him over the top rope and out over. Then Solo tries to hit the spike, but Priest breaks that up, and he throws Solo out over the top. So now it's Priest and Zayn, Logan Paul, and Braun Breaker. Breaker and Paul team up. They're beating up Sami Zayn and Priest. Paul's going up for a splash up on the top. Priest stops him. He goes up top. He's going to hit the superplex. But then Braun sees that happening, hits them both, knocks them both out onto the floor.
Mm.
So then he is standing in the ring. He sets up a spear for Sammy. Sammy jumps over it. Braun hits the middle turnbuckle, turns around. Sammy clotheslines him over the top. Sami Zayn is going to WrestleMania
All right.
in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And Braun can't believe it. He's laying on the outside. Can't believe he lost. Next up, we have Rey Mysterio taking on The Miz. These guys have been at each other's throats now,
Oh, yeah.
off and on. So Ray's going out. JD comes out. He grabs Ray's leg when Ray's trying to hit him with the splash. The Miz comes back, gets a huge boot to the face on Ray. He's trying to set up Skull Crusher finale. Ray reverses it into a roll-up pin, but then Miz rolls him back over. JD, he grabs JD's hand. The ref can't see it. He's on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Miz rolls up Ray. Ray can't catch a break. Ray lost.
That sucks.
So now we move on to the 6-women tag team match. We got Charlotte Flair, the women's champion, Tiffany Stratton, the U.S. champ, and Lash Legend, taking on Bianca Belair, Jordynne Grace, and Naomi.
There's a lot of tension in this one.
There's a lot of tension. So Bianca starts out, and she wants Flair, but they start out with Lash Legend. Lash Legend shows her power, but Bianca obviously has more experience and is stronger, so she takes her out. Then Jordynne Grace comes in. Grace has had some problems with Lash over the last couple weeks, so they start brawling and fighting, and then Naomi gets in there. Tiffany tags herself in. It kind of starts ending up being a brawl. All these women have been tired of each other over the last few weeks. We get Bianca getting ready to hit her finisher on Tiffany. Charlotte hits her from behind, hits her in the back of the leg. She locks in the figure 8. Tiffy hits the moonsault, prettiest moonsault ever on Bianca while she's in the figure 8.
Oh, man.
And pins her 1, 2, 3. But Charlotte's raising her hand, thinking that she got the win.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, so they start arguing. All of a sudden, after the match, Becky comes out and just lays out Tiffany from behind.
Becky.
Taking out Tiffany. Charlotte just kind of laughs and smirks at Becky. Becky points at her saying she wants the title.
Ooh.
But Charlotte leaves holding up the title. Tiffany's laid out. So that's how we end that match. Then we have the Intercontinental Championship match. We got Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. It's a hard-hitting match, back and forth. Drew hits a kiss on Finn. Finn hits a enziguri. He hits him with the double boot in the corner. He goes up for coup de grace, misses it. Drew dodges. He's setting up the Claymore. Goes to hit the Claymore. Finn dodges it. Drew gets laid out. He hits Drew with a super kick. Then hits him with which surprisingly lifts him up and hits him with a brain buster.
Nice.
And then hits the coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. Finn survives.
All right.
He beats Drew. And now we move on to the Belfast Brawl. And this starts out hot and heavy. Bronson and Sheamus are fighting in the back before the match even starts. Bronson ends up throwing Sheamus out to the curtain. He's rolling down the ramp. They're fighting all the way down the ramp. Sheamus reverses it, throws Bronson into steel steps. They're getting all the kind of stuff out. Trash can, hits him with the trash can lid, hits him with the trash can. He gets him into the ring. He's going to set up a table. He's setting up a table in the corner, but Bronson runs in and smashes him through it. He tries to go for the pin, but Sheamus kicks out. Sheamus ends up finding an old relic of Finley's, a shillelagh.
Yeah, now we're
under
talking.
the ring, and smacks Bronson in the head with it. Goes for the pin, but Bronson kicks out. Sheamus starts setting him up for the bro kick. He goes to hit it, but Bronson catches him into a powerbomb position.
Ooh.
And powerbombs him down to the ring, tries to pin him, but Sheamus kicks out. Sheamus rolls outside. They're brawling. He hits the bro kick on Bronson. Bronson falls onto the announcer table. So then he gets up on the announcer table. He's going to hit him with what's that? Why am I blanking on that one?
What one?
The Celtic Cross.
Oh, Celtic Cross.
I got it. He's going to hit him with the Celtic Cross through the announcer table, but Bronson low blows Sheamus. So Sheamus gets laid out. He's laying on top of the table. Bronson gets up. He climbs the ropes. From the top rope, hits a tsunami
No.
through the announcer
He
table.
can't jump that far.
This guy jumped off War Games. He's jumping off the top rope.
All right.
Jumps off the top rope, hits Sheamus with the tsunami, throws Sheamus back in the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed
Sheamus can't get
is
up after
walking out of the Belfast Brawl as the champion.
Man, Sheamus taking some beatings.
Yeah, he's having a hard time so far. So now we go to the women's WWE number 1 contender match. It is a elimination match. We got Bayley, we got Jade Cargill, and we got Becky Lynch. The winner's going to face Charlotte at WrestleMania. So it starts out with Bayley just going straight after Jade. She's still not happy with the way everything's been going down between the two of them since the start of the year. They start brawling. Becky kind of lets them fight, but then she gets bored. She gets involved. She tries to take both of them out. Eventually, Bayley tries to hit Becky with the Bayley to belly, but Becky reverses it, pushes her into Jade. Jade hits the big boot, then knocks out Becky, hits the Jaded on Bayley, pins Bayley 1, 2, 3. Bayley's gone. So now we got Becky versus Jade. So they go back and forth. Jade's kind of starting to overpower Becky, but Becky's got her veteran experience. She's hitting her with boots. She hits her with a drop kick off the second rope. She's going in for the Bexploder, but Jade overpowers her, pushes her off, clotheslines her. Then she goes for the boot on Becky, but Becky dodges it, hits her with the Bexploder. Then she's about to pin her, and then Tiffy comes out, and she's ticked off at Becky for what she did to her earlier. So she comes out, gets up on top of the apron. Becky goes, knocks her down, hits her straight in the face. Tiffy goes flying, but then she turns around into Jaded. 1, 2, 3. Jade gets the biggest win of her career, pins Becky, and she's going on to WrestleMania to take on Charlotte.
All right.
So then Charlotte comes out.
That's big.
She holds up the title on the stage. Jade points to the WrestleMania sign, and we're going to get Charlotte versus Jade, WrestleMania Women's Championship. So now it all comes down to the main event, and we see John Cena backstage walking to the ring, and he's stopped by Eric Bischoff.
Oh, jeez.
And Bischoff kind of gives him that Bischoff classic smirk, and he's like, I wish you luck out there, Cena. And Cena just goes, "You can't see me," and walks away.
Did we ever establish is this black hair Bischoff or gray hair Bischoff?
Oh, it's black hair Bischoff.
Okay.
He's dying it. He's dying it for sure for this comeback. So yeah, so Bischoff kind of smirks and laughs as Cena walks away. So now we get the WWE Championship match, Fatal 4-Way match. The champ John Cena, the Viper Randy Orton, Seth freaking Rollins, and the phenomenal one AJ Styles. All 4 men start out, and it kind of starts out quickly into pairing off as Cena and AJ kind of pair off, and Orton and Seth pair off, even though they're at odds with each other. So they start attacking each other. Cena goes right after Orton. He's sick and tired of what Orton's been doing to him. AJ goes after Rollins. He's tired of the bullcrap that Orton's been doing. So they go back and forth. Cena starts getting an advantage. He starts hitting the shoulder blocks on everybody. Hits it on Orton, hits it on Rollins, even ends up hitting one on AJ. And he sets up Orton for the 5-knuckle shuffle. But Seth super kicks him in the stomach. He super kicks him again in the face. AJ comes off with the phenomenal forearm onto Seth, knocks Seth down. But then Orton gets up and hits a drop kick on AJ. Orton starts doing his patented walk in the park stomps on Cena. He goes for the big knee drop, but Cena dodges it. Hits him another suplex on him, and then goes for the 5-knuckle shuffle again. Hits it this time on Orton. Seth tries to catch Cena with a top rope knee, but Cena dodges it. Goes for the FU on Seth, but Seth is holding on to the ropes, so he flips him off outside of the ring. But Orton out of nowhere is going for the RKO. Cena dodges it. He's going for the FU on Orton. Orton holds onto the ring or onto the ropes too. So he FUs Orton onto Seth on the
Ooh.
outside. So they're both down, and he turns around and AJ's standing there. And AJ kind of looks at him like, I'm not going to attack you from behind. We're going to do this, see who the best man is. You might have beat me at Royal Rumble, but we're going to find out now if I can finish you off. So they go into this classic match, back and forth. It looks like AJ finally catches him and he's going to hit him in with the Styles Clash. He picks him up and Cena rolls through and catches him in the STF. He hits the STF on AJ, but Seth comes in and hits a frog splash on both of them. Seth looks like he's going to try to pin AJ, but AJ kicks out. He pins Cena. Cena kicks out. So now Seth gets up. He's looking around, and he turns around, and Orton tries to go for an RKO, but Seth pushes him off. And Orton grabs on the ropes, and he's staring back at him, and Seth goes, I'm tired of the RKOs out of nowhere. So he goes for a super kick. Orton catches it, hits him with that off the ropes, and then hits him with his power slam. He does.
Nice.
Catches him with that. Then he's setting up again. He's waiting for Seth to get up for another RKO. Goes for it. This time Seth dodges it, but AJ hits the Pele onto Orton. Orton gets knocked down. AJ turns around. Seth catches him in a pedigree. Hits the pedigree on AJ. Then we get Cena coming in. He goes for the FU on Seth. Seth dodges it, pushes him into Orton, who hits the RKO out of nowhere on Cena. Cena's out cold. Then Seth comes back in. He's going for the pedigree on Orton. Orton flips him up over the ropes. So now Seth's on the apron. He hits him with an enziguri. Orton gets knocked out cold. He kind of wobbles backwards. Seth falls down onto the outside after hitting the enziguri. And Cena rolls up Orton. 1, 2, 3. Orton couldn't even figure out what was happening before he got pinned. Cena came out on top.
Cena. Wow.
Gets the quick pin. Survives as WWE champion.
Man.
It was a crazy match. Cena's laying there. He's holding up the title. Orton out of nowhere is going for the RKO.
Makes
He's
sense.
ticked off of what happened. But Cena dodges it this time. Hits the FU on Orton.
It's about time he learned.
And he's showing off. He's holding up the title. He gets up on the top or on the second rope, showing off the title to the crowd. And all of a sudden, dun,
Oh,
dun,
no.
dun, 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 dun.
Not again.
Brock comes out. He comes running down the ring, lays out Seth Rollins with a clothesline. Seth Rollins gets flipped inside out. AJ was outside the ring. He gets picked up. He gets F5'd into the ring post. So he gets F5'd in the ring post. And then Lesnar turns around and Orton's on the outside after getting FU'd. He picks up Orton, hits an F5 on Orton on the outside. Orton's out cold. Cena's watching all this in the ring. Lesnar jumps up on the ring, gets in the ring. Cena goes to throw a punch. Brock dodges it, gets him up for the FU, hits the FU on Cena. He picks up the title belt and points at WrestleMania.
Oh, man.
And holds the title up. It's going to be John Cena, the WWE champion, defending against the Royal Rumble winner, Brock Lesnar, in the main event of WrestleMania.
Brock made his
and
choice.
That is how Judgment Day goes off the air.
Man.
And as Bischoff comes out on the stage and he's clapping.
Man.
He's super excited for this.
Bischoff, he hired Brock to come
he's
back.
Got it. He's got it all down to science to get rid of Cena.
Unbelievable.
He convinced Brock to come to Raw and stay on Raw and to keep to take that title off of Cena. So that's how Judgment Day goes off the air, with Brock Lesnar standing tall holding the WWE Championship. Man,
what a couple of pay-per-views we just put together.
It's getting crazy, and now we're really on the road.
now, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the road to WrestleMania officially, because we've got 4 more weeks of TV, and then the big dance. It
Yep.
is WrestleMania time. Now, how we're going to do it is the next Just Book It will be the 4 weeks of TV building up to Mania, and then
Yep.
we will have a special WrestleMania edition Just Book It so that we can kind of go deeper into the WrestleMania matches and all the stuff surrounding all the fanfare and everything like that. So
Hmm.
WrestleMania
Yep.
deserves its own special episode. The Big
Oh, for
Four
sure.
really deserve their special
Yep.
episodes. So
Yeah,
that
the
is what's
big
going to be the
four.
Just Book It.
Yep. So I'm excited. We'll get the 4 weeks of TV done, and then we'll see how it all leads up into the showcase of the Immortals.
I can't believe we're finally at
So
WrestleMania almost.
we already know
It's
a few matches. We
yep.
know John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, and we know Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill. Do we know any on your side for
We
100%
we
sure
know
yet?
now that Charlotte's facing Jade. We know now that Liv will choose Rhea to face
Yes, that's
for the
true.
world title.
Yes. That was kind of implied, not implied.
Yes, and
So,
Liv will come out on SmackDown and announce officially.
yes. But Liv could also be like, I'm joining the triple threat.
Yeah,
So
true.
you
That
never
is true.
know. You never know.
But
Yeah,
that is
that's
the only match so far for my side that we know for WrestleMania.
okay. I wasn't sure. I thought that's where the other one we were at, but
Well, oh, actually,
uh,
we kind of know Oba and Jacob Fatu, I guess.
yeah, I guess that's kind of obvious
Yeah.
after what happened tonight. So okay, well, the WrestleMania seems to be shaping up to be a pretty crazy card.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
Oh, we know Money in the Bank, same as Aiden's in it so far.
Yes, and we knew that we know there's a Money in the Bank match. Yes, so
Yes, there
with
will
Sami
be
Zayn involved.
eight competitors.
Do you want to go over quickly what the WrestleMania is going to entail? So like how many matches each of us get and all that kind of stuff, real quick.
Uh, yeah, we can do that after we do the TV
Okay,
episode.
yeah,
We'll do that then.
okay. Well,
We'll
that
go
is going to
over
do
all
it for
the.
this episode of Just Book It, the March event or the month of March with the 4 weeks of TV and the two pay-per-views, No Way Out and Judgment Day. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, leave a comment on Spotify and on the YouTube channel, and we will
Mhm.
see you in the next Just Book It.
Peace.